Drivers are rude. Such attitude. Once I show my peace, complaints cease. Sometimes I feel like, goddamn motherfucker, and goddamn. There's your copyright for you right there. Sit back, man up, and fucking watch the Loki and Jabroni show.
I'm just saying hi and telling everybody that you're a dick.
Kind of, just a little bit, but I kind of loved it. I thought it was great. I ain't gonna lie to you. If we're gonna push the copyright laws, we may as well push them to the limit. Yeah,
I just want to see if they're paying attention.
Right? Fuck a motherfucker.
I just got us out of YouTube jail.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Loki and Jabroni Show, episode 170. Wow. Not bad for a hobby, don't you think?
No.
All right,
Pretty
30,
good hobby.
30 away from 200, which means Jabroni's got to get on the hook for a guest. So how are we going to beat 100? Let me ask you that. Pritchard and Thompson from Something to Wrestle were episode 100. What can we do to top Bruce Pritchard, Conrad Thompson? We've had Jimmy Wisman. We got a big announcement coming up. We've had Mark Slaughter. We've had Charlie Benante. We've had Lizzie Borden, Mike Riccardi, Road Warrior Animal, Bob Backlund. Are you guys tired of hearing me drop names? Those are the guests that we give you
Constantly.
when we get
Constantly.
always. Jim Laritz. Fuck. What can we do? Around the table, real quick. Ed, start with you. Prime guest for episode 200. Go. Don't say Kanye. You'll be fired immediately.
We gotta call Starsky again.
Bill Starkey?
Starkey, yeah.
Okay.
I keep saying Starsky.
For 200? Not bad.
I keep saying Starsky because he's too cool to be singular.
Yeah, well, Starsky, Hutch,
plural.
Gimmick, Schnabitz. Prime guest for 200.
For me?
Yeah.
Bill Bixby.
Well, that's going to be tough.
No, I'm just joking.
Okay.
Just playing. No, I would love to get my hands on one of the Hardy Boys. I know it's gonna be a stretch because they're WWE right now. And I'm not even talking Matt because Matt is on fire right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to get Jeff Hardy. I just, we've had so many great wrestlers on this show. I would love to have somebody who's next gen, who is just extreme, who's been through everything. And when I say everything, he really is the charismatic enigma in every aspect of the world. I remember watching, I think it was WrestleMania, was it 21, where they did the tables, ladders, and chairs all over the place, and they had the Dudley Boys and
19. I want to say it was 19.
Yes. I knew it was around 20. I thought about that. Of course, Dudley Boys were out there. Edge and Christian were out there. The freaking Hardy Boys were out there, and I forget who the last team was.
I don't remember. Doesn't matter.
When he set up
those
the
three
Dudley
are in
Boy, and he went to the entrance there of that thing, and he jumped off, and you just my God, you're crazy, Jeff. You're gonna break your damn neck, and he fucking jumps off, and you were just like, what the fuck?
You know what? To piggyback off your point, Cody Rhodes.
Yes,
fresh off of All In Weekend,
I love
man.
Cody too. Yeah,
congratulations to Cody
ACW
and the Bucks.
belt back, man.
I mean, the NWA Championship,
yep,
the first ever
man.
Father and son.
Yes.
Wow. And,
even his brother Dustin was given him big props.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's huge. That's a big step in his. He's doing a lot. He really is doing a lot for wrestling right now. So that's a good call too.
Oh yeah,
that's a good call. I just think he's got so much on his plate right now that he might. And it wouldn't be like a bad turn down. I think it'd be like a soft breakup.
Sure.
We'd be like, did Cody Rhodes just break up?
Way
with
too
us?
busy. Way too busy. Whether there's going to be an All In 2 or not. Way too busy doing this, the Jericho Cruise, this or that. If you're going to break up with us for All In 2 or Jericho Cruise, man, we get it.
We'll take that.
If it wasn't him, I would have to just go out on a limb and just go back to episode 4 or 5 when we came out with who's your bucket list, I'd say Henry Rollins. But right now in 2018, Cody Rhodes. That would be who I want for episode 200.
I would love, like I said, I'd love to have a representation. And Cody Rhodes is a good call too of today's wrestling. You know what
Hello,
I'm saying? Like,
Stacy, on the live feed, guys. If you're on the live feed, we're gonna
we've
shout
had a
you
lot
out.
of good ones. Even
Yeah.
Braun Strowman, even I wouldn't mind having him.
The
you know? I just
WWE
think he's got
guys
too
are
much
tough.
top going right now.
WWE
so.
guys are tough.
No, they're very
'cause
tough. They're very
contracted.
tough. But that's what I'm saying. I think out of all of them, I think, in my opinion, I really do feel like Matt or Jeff Hardy would be one of the ones that you could probably sneak through. You know
Oh,
what I'm
sure.
saying? Like
He's fan friendly like
yeah,
that.
absolutely,
I really believe
absolutely,
that.
absolutely.
So wow, well, we usually say what's on your mind. So let's start with you, man. What's on your mind today?
Man, I can't believe Maddie is coyote food.
Oh, Abby.
Abby.
Are you gonna go there?
Yeah, you care.
Yeah, you give half a shit what happens to my dog. Wow.
That's what's on my mind, dude. Because Loki not so long ago.
Oh yeah, little Loki
was
coyote food. Now
I-
my dog is out there somewhere.
So
Coyote
I mean,
food.
it's a real. It's
I
mean,
still suspect little Loki was fed to somebody though.
Look, yeah, by Panda. But look, it's just it goes right back to saying it once again. People, we might be in Norwich and we might be in Montville and we might be in a city area with casinos and everything else. But let's not forget there are fucking wild animals
Still
out
Connecticut.
there. It's still
Yep.
Connecticut. It's still
Coyote
fucking
country.
yeah. It is overrun by just driving over here. There was literally a family of deer sitting in this
right
dude's-
out in my side
No,
yard.
not just you. Like
I know,
coming up
I
the
know.
road. This right in the front dude's yard, and their
Mhm.
yard isn't that big at all, and they have
Right.
like 6 deers in there. It's like, what the fuck, people?
Just before you got here, we each took turns taking a whiz. We got time. Mike's not going to be here right away. And we took a whiz. I'm looking out the window, just shaking, like, oh, give me my fucking gun. I just want to shoot something. There's 7 of them out there. It's that area. But then again, with the deer comes the bobcats, coyotes, the fisher cats, etc., so forth. If Abby has gone on to a better place because of a wild animal, that's the nature, that's the, what do you call it, survival of the fittest. Abby wasn't that fit. She was old as shit. And
It's weird 'cause-
speaking of her, she's already dead. We don't know what's going on with Abby.
She's
Well, I
MIA.
know it's
She's missing in action. Yeah.
MIA.
It
Never
is
forget.
the one thing that I missed when I walked through the door was that yip.
Yeah.
And it's I couldn't put my finger on it until you guys told me that. Like I really couldn't. I was like,
Even though she's seen you 104,000 fucking times, she still barks as if you're going to steal her shit.
right, exactly. Don't take my fucking favorite blanket.
Yeah,
It
right.
smells like Fizz Ed.
Yeah, whatever. That's really what's on your mind? You don't have anything better?
Fizz Ed.
Fucking killing
No,
me.
no, I do.
Way
I do.
to
Come on,
dig
that was-
into my heart and twist the knife. You
Oh,
might as
stop.
well just told me my Wait, that already happened. Never mind.
Stop.
All right, Ed, do you have anything on your mind?
Just one thing. I would like to plug a friend's book. This is a New London native who's written a book called The Artful Dodger, the 20-year pursuit of World War I draft dodger Grover Cleveland Bergdahl.
Mm.
I'm just going to read a quick
No
blurb.
relation
wait,
to
wait,
Alex
wait, wait, wait.
Bergdahl?
Grover Cleveland, like the president?
No, obviously not.
I know,
Clearly.
but named after the president.
I don't know if he's named after him.
We would
but-
like to believe
I
so.
would think so.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of funny though? Is he's like named after an American president, and he's like the
Mm.
ultimate Dodger.
Maybe.
Well, actually, this gets good though.
Talk about the book.
Shortly after he was convicted of dodging the draft in World War I, Grover Cleveland Bergdahl asked the U.S. Army to temporarily release him from prison. He had buried a valuable cache of gold during the war, he claimed, and he wanted to recover it before someone else did. Bergdahl's subsequent escape would mark the start of a 20-year standoff with the American government. So this gets me excited.
Yes.
Although the case is largely forgotten today, Grover Cleveland Bergdahl was a household name for much of the early 20th century. He was the son of a wealthy German-American brewing family, an amateur race car driver, and a skilled aviator who trained with the Wright brothers.
You've got my attention.
After his draft evasion, he was captured at his stately mansion as his gun-toting mother tried to fend off the police.
Redneck mama, I like it.
Bergdahl escape overseas would prove to be a thorny issue in international politics. It resulted in a contentious investigation in Congress, where the one witness was nearly shot by a representative.
Wow.
He was regularly pilloried by veterans groups, and American servicemen twice tried to kidnap him. As Bergdahl's exile dragged on, he was left with a harsh choice: return to the country where he was a wanted man, or stay in Europe to face the perils of the Nazi dictatorship. It's written by my friend Dirk Langveld. You can get it on Amazon. You can grab it on Kindle for $9.99 or paperback for $25. Um, I'm getting it this week. It looks like a tasty read.
And if it's a friend of yours, I would love to pick it up as
he's
well.
put the work. He's been working on this a long time. You're talking almost 600 pages of
wow.
historical nonfiction and.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a true story.
It's a true story. It's history. Dirk has been writing since he's been in school. He is currently the marketing writer, and he's a marketing writer, former newspaper reporter. I believe he currently works for a newspaper in New London.
There's only one, two technically.
Yeah, I can't remember
the Day or the Resident.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dirk.
Dirk, we got you, brother.
But he does work in the newspapers, and I think this is his first book that he's published himself. So.
Fantastic.
So you can grab it. The best way to grab it is to go to lokijabroni.com, use the affiliate link on the website, and enjoy. And tell us what you think of it.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take myself off the feed here.
Drink my beer. You hear me? I'll find you, fuckers. Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you,
Ninja. I'm going to take myself off the YouTube feed. I'm hoping Eddie comes in with the comments later on. Just seems to be a little bit of a stream issue here, but
it's choppy.
What is the name of the book, by the way? The Artful Dodger.
The Artful Dodger, the 20-year pursuit of World War I draft dodger Grover Cleveland Bergdahl. I'll put a link in the comments and the description below when the YouTube video is published.
Righteous.
Fantastic. That's awesome. All right, well, what's on my mind is next week. I know usually we come up with topics, but I can't ignore this. Sports Illustrated, the September 10th edition. You can see it right here if you're not knocking shit over. If you're on our live stream, you can see the cover right here. Ignore the Penn State gimmickry. Who gives a shit about Penn State? But on the inside is an article called Fighting Back. It is about young ladies who were Taekwondo champions.
Please don't throw anything at our gear.
Seriously. 3 ladies who were Taekwondo champions and were sexually assaulted by one of their coaches. And the young lady in the middle, one-time world champion, one-time World Cup champion, one-time Continental champion, 3-time Open Tournament champion, 19-time medalist Mandy Malone is going to be here next week to talk about this article and the horror that she went through and how she rose above the horror that she went through to become the woman she is today. Mandy's a fantastic woman. I'm proud to call her my Facebook friend, and after next week, like many of our guests, she's going to become a friend to all of us. It's just, it's one of those articles that I'd known about this story. We'll get into that next week. And when this article came out, I had to dive right in, and I reached out to Mandy, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to do it." So, for all you young ladies out there, if you are a mother, an aunt, a grandmother, whatever, tell your young ladies between the ages of, I don't know, birth and 18. This is the episode they need to tune into to hear this woman's story. And she's probably going to give you a little something about how to fight back and how to avoid things like this. Don't be too trusting of those above you. I'm so excited about having Mandy Malone on the show. I don't know. I could burst right now. This is big
He's
time.
so excited, and he just can't hide it.
I can't, man. I might take some diet pills and study for my test like Jesse Spano right now. You never know. But that's on my mind. And now that we've cleared that, we'll pay a couple bills.
Light bills.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 fundraiser is ending soon. It is Chad Hatfield and Team World Vision. They are raising money to bring clean water to countries that do not have access to clean water. Chad will be running the New York City Marathon as part of Team World Vision to bring all of this together. Please go to the top of our Facebook page, click the link. It is pinned to the top, and donate. If you want a sexy t-shirt like I'm wearing, which is the Loki and Jabroni Show logo, you go to cafepress.com/Loki and Jabroni. We have logo t-shirts. We have bumper stickers, coffee mugs. We have the little cuss bubble guy in Loki colors and Jabroni colors. Pick out whatever you want. We have everything you want, everything you need. The cuss bubble guy is my favorite, and I'm ordering one next week. I'm actually going to order the Loki one. I want the purple hat with the cuss bubble because it kind of reminds me of you every fucking Thanksgiving, standing in front of your TV, warding off, like, I'm never going to follow you guys again. You guys let me down every freaking time.
Well, it might not be me this year.
No, it might be me this year on Thanksgiving. Why are we timed out? What's going on?
We lost everything.
Fuck. If you're looking for a sexy shirt like the one I've got on, you can go to cafepress.com/Loki and Jabroni. Get the logo shirt, get the coffee mug, get the bumper sticker, get the cuss bubble of the Loki or the Jabroni colored gimmick. I want to get the Loki one, and I want to wear it on Thanksgiving. I want to be there on Thanksgiving when you're cussing out the Vikings, saying, you do this to me every fucking year. I'm not going to do this again. F this and kiss my stuff. But
Well,
this year,
we never had a Thanksgiving. That was
that's
like,
not true. You had the Lions a couple
I know,
years
that's
ago.
what I said.
Yeah,
I know, but I was so used to not having them, and then they just don't even show up. And this year, I don't think we're going to be there either.
No, this year I'm going to be there. I believe it's against the Saints, and I'll be the one kicking shit. And
No, it's either going to be Cowboys or Lions.
I'll look at it. I'm not sure.
It's got to
There's
be one
4
or the other,
games
man.
that day, which is crazy to me.
Then maybe they are doing fucking.
I know we have a Thanksgiving game. That's all I know. If you're looking to do some great shopping, Amazon, WWE, the monthly clubs, etc., so forth, go to lokiandjabroni.com. Click on our affiliate links. Shop your ass off, but make sure you go through our sites and you get the quality products, no hidden fees, no extra charges, and those guys will kick back just a little bit something to us. And if you want to kick back just a little bit of something to us, you can go to Patreon, patreon.com/Loki and Jabroni. Donate to the cause. We're moving forward. And Eddie has some fantastical gifts based on levels of donation that you can get absolutely free if you donate to the show. Now, having said that, comes my favorite, one of my favorite things ever in the history of ever. It is now time to buy it or sell it. Eddie, roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right. So today I only have 5 of them because I thought we were going to have the ginger fury from the skies above, Ian Cunningham himself in here, which meant I thought I had another buyer seller in here. It was nice having the third person, especially when we had
Jeff here. It was great.
It was pretty cool. So I didn't want to have too many on there, and I really did think, since he called us out, that he wanted to be on the show. So, Ian, I'm calling you out now, man. Where the fuck are you? Here we are. Man, here's some buy and sell, and there ain't no Ian. So,
no, not this thing.
We will start with you, Chris.
Okay.
And before we go to the second one, you guys had a chance to look at that cartoon that was
Yeah, I know.
copyrighted.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Can't use the picture.
I know we can't. I know. But at least you guys saw the picture. That's all that matters. So, a Dallas cop, Amber Geiger, shot and killed Botham Steam Jean in the gentleman's apartment, thinking that she was in hers, a whole floor higher. 3 days later, she's charged with manslaughter. Buy it or sell it.
Sell it. It's murder. That's all I got. You don't even need to hit the fucking timer. It's murder. If you don't know where your fucking door is, don't go home. They say she was, she's just getting off her shift and she walked in. No. You stopped at the bar. On the way home, you had about 6 shots of Absolute. Then you went to your home, or what you thought was your home. A whole floor below, you walked into this house. What are you doing to my house? Pow. Fuck you. You're a murderer. That's it. Sell it.
I was going to say, just to throw into what you were just saying there, absolutely, and I agree with you 110%. I can drive to work. I drive 50 minutes to work every day, and I swear to God, sometimes I think I'm sleeping.
Same here.
I don't know how I get there
drive
sometimes.
50 minutes to work as well.
But I'll tell you what, man. You
show up in the parking lot. You're like, how the fuck did I just arrive? How is it you've come to arrive here to steal from Jimmy Wisman? How is it you've come to arrive here? Well, I made it. Doesn't matter.
I've come driving from gigs at like 4 a.m. Blink like 2 hours away. Blink my eyes and I'm in my driveway. I don't remember getting
and
there.
You're like, what the fuck? But you still
Stone
got
cold
to your
sober
driveway.
as the day is long, but you just, how did I get here?
Ed, buy it or sell it?
I'm totally gonna sell it. One, because this bitch's story keeps changing. First, the apartments use a key fob system. First, she said the fob wasn't working, but the door was open. Then she was saying, yeah. Then she says he swung the door open. Now she's saying, the door was open anyway. No, sell. I don't know if it's murder, but definitely manslaughter, and she should have been charged day one, not the third day.
Bingo.
I agree, absolutely. It's the fucked up part about this, and you keep going back to the same thing, is if he swung open the door, then the third statement that she said is what she said, please identify yourself 3 times to the person, is complete and utter bullshit.
Oh yeah, now she's adding that. Oh, he didn't listen to my command.
Right,
if I'm in first of all, wait, you're off duty, miss. Can I call you miss? Because I'm going to, miss. You're off duty. If I'm in my house and somebody mistakenly walks into my house and says, identify yourself, bitch, please, I live here. The people who live amongst these walls know who I am. I don't need to identify myself to you. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
Can I also say this? And this is just me throwing this thing out there. Every house has a smell.
Mm-hmm.
You have a smell. It might be rancid. It might be flowery. It might be cologne-y.
You're hanging out with a Buffalo Bills fan again.
No. No, my point.
That's a house with an odor.
My
right
point
there.
is just that when you open up a door and it's not your house, you instantly know you're full of shit, bitch.
Oh yeah, look, I've walked
shit.
into your house 100,000 times. You've walked into mine 100,000 times. There's not that it's an odor, but there's a warmth. There's a different smell, a feeling. There's a different vibe that comes through when you walk. We go to Mark's house all the time. When we walk into Mark's house, there's Mark Azarju. For those of you who are listening and are you're thinking we're just talking to each other, talk to each other. We go do football Sundays at a friend's house. We've all done it. You walk into the house, there's a certain smell, there's a certain vibe, there's a certain.
And it was
aura.
just like the old house, my old house.
Yes.
It was set up the same exact. So that would be exactly what this lady's going through. Same exact setup.
Yes.
The only difference is when you walk into his house, it's
the smell, the aura.
And not only that, it's just completely different. He has stuff hanging on the walls, whereas my stuff's over here.
He could certainly have like fucking patchouli going through. Not that we know, but
are there fucking numbers on these doors?
Don't know.
Yeah.
You can't ask a cop that.
No.
Not all cops are assholes, but all assholes are cops. Go to the next one before I get hot.
All right, Ed.
You should have started with Ed on that one. He would have caught fire.
Totally shown you guys these pictures, and we tried to show it up to the rest of you guys. Hopefully you guys have had a chance to hear about it, seen it, and if you have, all you have to do is just look up Serena Williams cartoon, and it'll pop up. Serena Williams cartoon, the cartoonist is obviously an artist out in Australia. He's, I forget what his first name is. I know his last name was Knight. He's been doing these for quite some time, a long time. And the people are actually really backing him. They're backing him. However, a lot of people are claiming hard racism. Buy or sell?
Sell. Listen, Serena Williams is not a small girl. And I don't mean as in fat. She's built.
Right.
She's a professional athlete. So she's going to look bigger. People are complaining like, well, the other girl drew her as a skinny blonde. She is a skinny blonde girl. Her hair is dyed blonde.
Not the person she fought or she lost against. The person she lost against was a Japanese.
But her hair is dyed blonde.
Right. Exactly.
Yada,
the artist drew her as a blonde, a skinny blonde, and everyone is complaining about that.
Same.
So, yeah, sell it. It's it's just them looking for trouble, and this isn't the first time Serena Williams has had an outburst. She once told a judge she was going to shove a ball down his quote fucking throat.
Can you please read the comment from the mayor of Middletown?
Oh boy,
this one's for you, brother. His name is Harbaugh.
Harbaugh's house smells like old Chino's ass.
OSU. OHIO, motherfuckers.
Oh my God, the mayor
Ready?
of Middletown.
All right. I'm selling it. There's just the cartoon itself was funny. What happened to Serena on the court, not funny. There were people that have gone further, harder, more vulgar than Serena ever did in that situation. The cartoonist caught it well. You're McEnroe of 2018. You're crying the blues. The referee's decision is final. Baseball, football, etc., so forth. Sorry, not sorry, Serena.
I gotta agree with you on that one.
So every caricature artist is a racist.
No, absolutely.
Obviously.
That's basically
But
what
here's the-
they're
here's the
2018,
deal.
bro.
See,
28. Do
the
you
thing
even
that-
2018?
Are you woke? Aren't you woke?
Don't
you guys
get me
got to realize
started
the
on
thing that
woke.
really sparked this whole thing was one person popped up a picture of that, right? And then right below it, they popped up that picture of the 70s, or no, it had to have been like the 30s.
Oh, the blackface picture. yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And then they put it up there, and they were like, very close resemblance. And
No.
all of a sudden, that
Oh,
shit
here it
blew
comes.
up.
First time in 9 weeks. Horse shit.
And it blew up out of control, and people started going with it.
Yeah, I saw it. It looks nothing like
No,
that
it
picture.
doesn't. No, it doesn't. And then if you sit there and you go back, he's done some he's done some like racy, not racist,
Yeah.
racy cartoons before, but he's a political cartoonist.
Isn't that
people.
what
That's
these
what they fucking do.
Isn't that what these satirical cartoonists are supposed to do, to invoke
anybody
and provoke
is
your mind?
anybody
and-
calling Jim Carrey racist right now because some of the character shit that he's fucking pulling off is pretty fucking
Dude,
right there.
we could go back to Eddie Murphy back in the day. Nobody's calling him racist.
No, well, that's when we actually had a sense of humor back then. We're
It's
talking
actually
now.
we had a spine.
Here's the thing.
Let's
Yeah.
be honest. We had a spine.
There's a difference between what this guy drew and Mammy from Tom and Jerry.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
because I watched those old cartoons on Amazon, and they actually make me
embarrassed.
cringe.
You're
They
embarrassed.
make me cringe. A
You're
little.
Why do they
embarrassed.
make?
You really are.
wait. I gotta know. Why do they make you cringe?
Mammy.
Because like, here's the thing.
It's
like,
a sign of the times. It's not.
right, but
It's
no.
It's not an indictment of who we are now, though.
That's not why it makes me cringe.
Okay.
No, yeah. Stop hijacking me.
I'm not. I'm trying. I'm trying to dig into
reason
your
it
mind.
makes-
Taking my
the
buzz,
reason
man.
it makes
Here, go
me
grab me one of
cringe-
these.
Absolutely.
The reason it makes me cringe is because of how we used to
Either
view
one, I don't care.
how we used to view these people. Like
Right.
when this was the
This was the
this was the
standard.
idea of a black
This
woman
was the standard.
owning a cat.
Right, exactly. This
You
was
know?
the standard.
So that's why it makes me cringe.
Thomas.
I don't think these cartoons should be banned. I mean, they're funny as hell, but you see some things like that, you're just like, okay, you know. Even like I love Song of the South.
I still let that
It
fucking
still
shit
makes
go.
me cringe a little.
Let that shit go, man. Let it go. Let people absorb it. Especially the fucking the Roadrunner and Coyotes. Please,
Amen.
please let that fucking go.
No
because
kids
I
are
want-
dropping anvils on
Oh, I
each
want
other.
them to. I want them to start doing this shit.
Wouldn't it
Like,
be nice?
No, because really, the ones that are dropping anvils on them, they're the ones that deserve to be
Yeah, we're
dead.
gonna have to if David Hogg gets
Survival
away.
of fuck
All
David
right.
Hogg.
Chris.
Fuck you heard it here. Hashtag fuck David Hogg. And
But
while
the
I'm at it,
children-
fuck Roman Reigns.
But the
Fuck
children.
Roman Reigns.
But the children.
Isn't
but the
David Hogg
children.
trying to get illegal contributions from Canada into
Yes.
the United States right
Yes,
now?
even Michael Moore pulled the mic. When Michael
When-
Moore
exact-
pulls a fucking
bingo,
mic away
right there.
from you.
Right there.
All right, here we go. Ed.
Commie loving.
No, I'm
Ed
sorry.
led the last
I'm sorry,
one.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did say Chris at first.
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Kaepernick's I'm with Cap. And first of all, I hate the fact that they call him Cap. He
That's
is
horseshit.
not Cap.
That's
He's
horseshit.
not Cap.
No, Cal
not
Ripken
Cap.
was Cap. Let's get it straight. Cal Ripken, the captain,
Captain
of the Orioles,
America
fucking
was Cap. Okay,
Oh.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're right. Carl Ripken is definitely Cap.
Andy
These are
was Cap.
that was Cap.
Yes, Andy was
Thank you,
cheese.
yes.
What is it? Hot fries? Hot fries.
There we go.
Thank you.
Au
I'm
gratin
with
fries.
Cap. Nike jersey sold out in less than 2 hours. Buy or sell
I'm
that.
buying it. There are people out there that understand that what we've said is true. It's his constitutional right. But there are people out there who are so blinded because Colin Kaepernick is doing his bit and they don't understand the reality of it that they're going to buy those things hand over fist. I'm buying it. Not because I agree, but because it's a publicity ploy and it's bringing Nike back up from when they lost tons of stock points.
From last year.
From days before.
I mean, just from last year too. But
right.
but like just like you're saying, I love the points, and this is the biggest thing I want people to understand. Like, just because you're buying it doesn't mean you have to agree with it, and that is the biggest thing that I want you to understand.
Done and done.
Exactly. I've said it before. I'll say it again, and I'll go right to you. I believe Colin Kaepernick has been under Nike's wing this whole time, ever since
I don't doubt that.
he started taking a knee. I guarantee you, Nike went up to him and said, "Look,
Oh, he's
we-
been in bed with
we
Nike
got-
the whole time.
yeah, we got dreams, we got aspirations. Let
We're
this
gonna
thing
pick our
run,
spots.
right? Let this thing run. We'll take care of you. We'll take care. Tell me, Colin has not been fucking dude. He got his entire his entire first what is it, his salary was gone because he reneged on his whole contract there. He was pretty much,
San Francisco paid the first year he was out,
and that's
then
it.
that was it.
That was it.
The
So
contract
so
was
he's
void.
not living on, and you can't just sit there and what is he working at McDonald's? Cut that shit out. No, somebody is paying for this
No.
guy. He's still rolling around.
He's
You see
working
some
at
of these
Lowe's.
Cadillacs? No, you see some of these Cadillacs my boy's still rolling around in? See the clothes he's still
Kaepernick's not
wearing?
broke.
That's what I'm saying. He's far from broke.
No.
Somebody's still paying him. Somebody's still giving him his check. And obviously now we know that he's in cahoots with, Nike, but I think it's been a long time going. Go Ed, I'm sorry to take it.
I might need more than 30 seconds of this shit.
Give him 45.
I don't think he's been in cahoots all along. This is what I think's been going on. So Nike relies heavily on like outside labor. You heard the
Korea.
sweatshop shit and all
Vietnam.
that stuff.
Mhm.
Now,
Thailand.
the one person who puts all of that cheap labor at risk is in the White House. He likes to tariff everybody.
Mhm.
So now November's coming. What's the best way to rally people against?
15 more seconds. You got to give it to him.
I got it.
What's the best way to rally people against him right now is to do something with Kaepernick. Look at the timing of all of it. This is the Kaepernick thing's been going for a couple years now. Now all of a sudden there's this "Just Do It" campaign before the primaries are over, before the general election comes up for the midterms. Now this is a political move. I think Nike has everything to gain from the blue taking over because I don't give a fuck about that.
Did you buy it or did you sell it?
Well, I'm selling that he's
All
been in
right.
cahoots the whole time.
All right.
Well, I will say this. I like your statement. I like what you're saying with that. The one thing that I will say as far as like having Trump coming into this, like I like where you're going.
It started
with that.
just before Trump. Let's all not forget
I
the
like
timeline.
exactly. I like where you're going with that.
But the campaign just started though. The Nike thing.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Convenient.
But it's not only is
Good
it
call.
convenient. My thing is they said that they have picked six athletes.
Show me the other 5.
It hasn't happened yet because they're supposed to be over a span
Motherfucker, please.
of a couple of years.
Here it
Let me
comes.
guess. LeBron.
Horse
Well,
shit.
I'm either thinking LeBron or Michael's gone now because
Curry was one of the ones. I was just watching the Trayvon Martin thing last
They
night.
still have Jordans.
No.
Jordan pulled out, dude. Jordan pulled out of
Really?
Nike. Yes, Jordan pulled out of
Has
Nike.
he really?
Yes, he has.
I was just watching the ongoing Trayvon Martin miniseries on Paramount Network every Monday, with the exception of one because of whatever sports gimmick was going on. Is a 1-hour thing about the Trayvon Martin case, George Zimmerman, et cetera, so forth. And it's funny that during the George Zimmerman Trayvon Martin thing was the Colin Kaepernick commercial.
Yeah.
They're kind of hedging their bet. Now, this whole thing with the Trayvon Martin goes back to the Obama administration, where Obama says, if I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon Martin. Then he comes out and he says, well, I kind of misspoke. It could have been my son. It could have been your son. No, Barack, it couldn't have been your son because you have been, let's see, college graduate, not Minnesota, Illinois,
State
senator,
legislator,
right.
then the Senate.
So you've always had this bubble of protection around you where it couldn't be your kid. If you were Barack Obama machinist, if you were Barack Obama retail manager, if you were Barack Obama mechanic, yes, it could have been your son. But as long as you're Barack Obama state gimmick, exactly, politician, whatever, it can't be your kid.
It's not going to be, right.
And that's immediately what I flashed to last night, seeing that commercial. And I didn't dislike the commercial. I thought it spoke well. I thought it got the point across. What people forget, and I don't mean to hijack the whole thing, but people forget Colin Kaepernick was adopted by an affluent family, lived an affluent lifestyle, came up very well taken care of. He excelled in sports. No one is taking away from the ability of Colin Kaepernick. But he gets to the NFL and all of a sudden he has a fro and he's kneeling down during the anthem. Colin Kaepernick, yes, I agree with the fact that Colin Kaepernick has the right constitutionally kneel down and protest whatever he wants to protest. But Colin Kaepernick is not telling the entire truth. Colin Kaepernick is forgetting that he was brought up affluent. Colin Kaepernick was brought up in the rich section of town rather than the section of town he's protesting against. Do I think one is right and one is wrong? No. I think, in my opinion, he has a right to do it. He's right to do it. But at the same time, he's not telling the entire truth. And if you watch that commercial, it's everywhere online. Watch that commercial. He puts himself out there as Street Jones.
Can I just say
He's
this?
not Street Jones.
Raiders played yesterday.
They're not dead yet?
No. Raiders.
Oh, they go to Vegas next year.
Next year. Yes, next year. Raiders played yesterday. The national anthem was also played.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys hear of anybody kneeling or sitting?
I didn't watch the games.
I heard there was like only 2 players that kneeled.
There was nobody that kneeled.
I don't know about the Raiders. I know overall in the season.
Right,
you're right.
Yeah.
But there was one person on the Raiders that did do something, and he sat. He didn't kneel. He sat. But you didn't hear anything about it, did you?
No.
Players have always sat.
You knew who it was, right?
No.
Freaking Big Beast Mode himself.
Oh, what's his name? Fuck. The guy with the Sherman.
No, not Richard Sherman. No,
Isn't
no,
that Beast
the running,
Mode?
No, the running back.
Who's the
from
fucking
from the same team from the old Seattle freaking
Seattle?
he
Christ,
got
you
traded.
just tell
Just
me
say
his
his
fucking
name.
name.
I don't know his name now because I fucking pays.
Well, he was sitting.
Well, anyways, he's Beast Mode from freaking the Seattle's moved over there. Anyways, he retired for a while there, and then he came back, went to Oakland.
You got me by the short.
So
girls.
I'll remember it out of nowhere. You'll watch. But anyways, he sat down yesterday. He's a big name. He's a big freaking name. He likes Skittles. Doesn't talk.
George Zimmerman?
Doesn't talk.
Wait, never mind.
Doesn't talk. Remember that was his big thing in interviews. He wouldn't say anything.
I have no frame of reference.
I will find it.
You find it. Next.
But anyways, he sat down the entire national anthem, and not once did you hear anything about that. Not
no,
once
of course not.
did you hear.
Marshawn Lynch?
Thank you, Marshawn
Thank
Lynch.
you. All right, you're right. Beast Mode.
Beast
Marshawn
Mode,
Lynch.
thank you. I remember the nickname.
Fuck.
He's not like a.
He's so irrelevant. He's oh, I don't want to say.
But no, he's not though. He's a big time running back. Like his stats are pretty monstrous. I mean, he's a big dude. He's a big dude. But that's what I'm saying. But it wasn't made a big deal out of.
Gotcha.
Isn't that weird?
Yes.
Isn't that weird to you?
Yes.
Like, I mean,
when they put Zelensky from the Steelers, who stood back because
Right,
he didn't want
right.
to be a part of it, and they blew that up.
but you have Marshawn Lynch, a big name in football, sitting down during the national anthem, not blown up. Nobody
But-
talked about it.
It's a second by
But
yourself.
players have always sat though. They've always had that option. They can sit or stand.
Sure.
Right.
So I don't.
But
it's
when the rest of your
kneeling- it's
team-
the kneeling.
when the
that
In
rest of your
they're-
70,
team-
what was it? Christ, you might be able to help me with this. Hitler, Germany, this or that or the other thing. The black athletes on the podium.
Oh, Jesse Owens.
Thank you. Throwing the fist in the air. That was okay. Yes, people blew up.
Oh wait, you're confusing. That was
Thank you. That's why I asked you.
The apartheid.
It was in the.
It was 2 black athletes and 1 white athlete.
Black glove in the air. 70s, 60s
Oh.
gimmick. I don't know if it was the Hitler regime or moving
A
forward.
couple years ago, the white guy just died.
That's different. That's not what I'm talking about. And
Oh.
I'll look it up. I'll find out his name. If one of you guys out
I
there,
know Jesse Owens winning the Olympics pissed Hitler off.
yes.
I remember that.
Yeah, well, that
But
was.
the guys who stood there when the anthem was being played was standing up, hand on heart, fist in air, protesting.
I'm pretty sure that was they were protesting apartheid in Africa.
You're quite possibly correct. I don't remember. That's why I'm not arguing the
Yeah,
point. But let's be completely honest here. That kind of protest, at least you're showing your respect to your country, your flag, etc., so forth. You can protest in different ways. Is Colin Kaepernick out there on the streets protesting with the regular folk, or is he
No.
just kneeling? Whatever.
Well, supposedly all the money made from these jerseys is going to one of those causes. So
well, as well they should.
we'll have to
Let's
see
get
that.
to the next point.
All right,
before
so
I
here we
get too
go.
hot.
Real quick comment from the mayor. She thinks Serena will be the next Nike.
I don't doubt it.
Probably.
Probably.
72 Olympics, Black Panther, and protesting the police in L.A.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so dude, when it comes to stuff like this, I believe the mayor.
I believe.
All right, so Ed,
Moving.
Pat Robertson.
Jesus Christ.
The evangelicals.
Sell it.
Yes, it's not your turn yet. You stop.
Okay, sorry.
Casts a shield of protection ahead of Hurricane Florence. Do you want to hear this wizard tome? In
Oh.
the name of Jesus, you Hurricane Florence, we speak to you in the name of Jesus, and we command the storm to cease its forward motion and go harmlessly into the Atlantic. Go up north away from land and veer off. In the name of Jesus, we declare in the name of the Lord that you shall go no farther. You shall do no more damage in this area. By yourself.
What the? What the? Hang on a second.
He's
fuck.
still working on the fucking Black Panther thing. You want me to go instead of him?
Go ahead, go.
No. Harry Potter magic. Hit the button.
This button?
Sell it. Ridiculous. Allahumma something patronum.
What the fuck are you talking
Harry
about?
Potter magic words.
Okay.
He's trying to dispel it.
All right.
This is
I'm
why.
selling it. Listen, you know what?
This is why we're the best podcast there is. You can't get entertainment like this anywhere else.
Obviously, you all know I'm not a religious guy at all. But
Exactly.
religious people of faith, are going to pray, and pray that everyone's safe.
Mm-hmm.
If you cannot command a storm not to stop or whatever, because you're essentially saying, I defy God's will. You're condemning those people to hell. Hit the button.
Go ahead. I got you.
Yeah, they're going to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Okay, as someone who is faith-based and religious and goes to church on Sunday and does his best to live by the will of God, I am selling this because no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how many amount of prayer you put out there, it is not going to stop the path of a natural disaster. You cannot move a hurricane with faith. As much as I'd love to believe you can, you cannot. I would love to stand outside during Hurricane Bob, Gloria, Hugo, whatever has come and ripped this area apart and say, by God's will be done. If my spleen is then across the fucking yard, it doesn't help.
No, that's
now. Did he follow this up by selling his supplements? Because
that would be great.
He fucking hawks supplements. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah,
like
that
on
would
the
be
show.
great. Yeah,
like he'll talk about God, talk about Jesus, and he wants you to buy these supplements because they will help you run faster, jump higher,
and you will survive this hurricane.
Can you hit the comments real quick? There's a couple that I want to really address.
Yes. Okay, all from the mayor.
The last one from the mayor I'm going to cover.
So when my brother ran a great bar and pub in the Embassy District in D.C., he had to call a cab for Robertson and tip O'Neill 3 or 4 times a week. I am so sorry. They were drinking buddies and killed a bottle a night.
Wow.
Doesn't surprise me.
Jobu likes run. Hats for bats.
Hats for bets. If you cannot help me now, Jobu, fuck you. I do it myself.
Jobu. I do it myself.
Bingo. One of my fantasy teams back in the day was Jobu's Rum. So, I get that. You goes back to the Serrano thing. She's mentioning Jobu's Rum. You can believe in something all you want, but if there's a bull running at me at top speed, as much as I believe in God, as much as I believe in the Word of God, as much as I believe in my heart that God will protect me and save me, that bull is going to kick my ass.
Well, Bill's going to kill you. Get the fuck out of the way. Don't be an idiot.
Right. Step to the side.
Imagine you're driving and then you see a deer. That's all I got.
He puts his little deer lips to the water. Do you care what kind of pants the motherfucker is wearing when
Not
he
at
shot
all.
him?
Not at all.
How many more do you got? I have to go to the office before I get to our new segment.
All right. Let me roll this up. Chris, I'm fucking excited about
this. Whenever he says that, it gets me just
so excited about this. So excited about this.
Go ahead.
Fox took over The Last Man Standing and is bringing back season 7. Buy or sell.
Buy it. That show should have never been taken off. Tim Allen has a right to say what he wants to say, much like Roseanne has a right to say what she wants to say, but ABC are a bunch of whinging pussies who are owned by Disney. Tim Allen should have never been taken off the air. The fact that Last Man Standing will now be on Fox for the world to see, God bless you, Fox. And they're taking over WWE SmackDown in another year for $1 billion. Think about that, $1 billion. Yeah. Good on you, Fox. You know what? Next, pick up Roseanne and bring Roseanne back. I'll listen to your point, and then I got to go to the office and then
Go
comes the
ahead.
new segment.
Buy it. Show was doing good when they canceled it. Fox is making good business, in my opinion.
Yeah. We talk, it's funny, we talked
I
about
never
this.
watched the show.
Remember
I didn't either.
We actually talked about this back in the basement.
Yeah.
The old basement when they pulled it off, and we are like, "Do you think we're ever going to see this again?"
Yes.
Like, yeah, I was really disappointed
All of
that
us
they
said
pulled it off.
yes.
Because we said, "Why would you do this? Why would you do this to a great show?" The show was, brought up political awareness. It brought up a lot of good points. I mean, it's a great freaking show.
From what I heard too, he's not like overtly political in it. He's just an average Joe guy. And
No, but he
probably
no
more
no
He's
conservative.
us,
No, he is.
but he's on a network.
But when he was like that comment about the left, when she, you know what I'm talking about.
I know he made a couple snowflake comments. I know.
Oh, he makes snowflake comments. He makes the comments
Big-
about. I mean, they're all over the
picks on
place, man.
college and stuff. But yeah, hey, you know what? I'm glad it got picked up. I mean, Tim Allen would have been fine. We know that.
No, absolutely.
He's
But it
got-
was a good show, man. It was a
Yeah,
good show.
It's hard to imagine a show that's like was doing decent in the ratings and you're just gonna pull it.
Well, they
But-
pulled it for specific reasons because they felt it was too racy and they were too political and they were making.
It's Hollywood. You see, Hollywood is run by a bunch of leftists. So
Yeah.
that's what. Well, do you know what's fucked up?
That joke and it's run by leftists.
No. But do you know what's fucked up?
What's fucked up?
Okay, so you heard about the new Neil Armstrong movie
I
with
see. I thought that was a joke, man.
Ryan Gosling's in
I
it?
thought
No.
that was a joke.
You know what I'm
That's
talking
real?
about? They took the American flag out of the movie.
Did they really?
Yeah, so they go on the moon and they don't raise the American flag, and people were complaining about it, and they were making excuses like Ryan Gosling was saying like, well, walking on the moon was a planet achievement. It was a human achievement, and no, motherfucker, it was an American
It was an
achievement.
American
John
achievement.
F. Kennedy said, and I quote, "We need to get to the moon first."
Yes. No, absolutely.
And
They
this
called it
is
the
a
space race
Democrat.
for a reason.
This is a Democrat saying we need to get on the moon before the Russians.
Yeah, dude. This. We called it the space race for a reason. We knew it was
Yes.
fucking the space race from a long fucking time. No, that's bullshit.
And
That's bullshit.
let's play a game of faux outrage, folks. We're gonna pretend to be snowflakes.
Ooh.
Why do they have a Canadian playing an American hero? God damn it!
You mean Green Lantern?
No, Ryan Gosling playing Neil Armstrong.
Oh, he also played. Oh, that was Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling is a Canadian.
But so was Ryan Reynolds.
It's not the point. This is Neil Armstrong, a real guy, a piece of Americana.
He's a piece of America.
I mean, literally, I think he was cremated.
What did
but
Ryan Gosling just? Oh,
he was in the Notebook. He did Blade Runner sequel there.
that was actually pretty good.
I like
was-
Ryan Gosling.
that
I
was-
don't dislike him.
No, I was trying to put because you know what I get him confused with is Jake Goodenthal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Go-
How
go-
can you confuse the two of them?
Is it him? There's nobody. No, maybe it's not him. Maybe it's another guy. There's some dude that looks like him. Looks like Ryan Gosling. I'm telling you, and he's. I always get the two confused. Maybe it is Jake.
Jake Gyllenhaal? I don't know. I don't think
He was the dude from Brokeback, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's the
leave
one.
for 5 minutes. You guys are talking about Brokeback Mountain.
Well, you missed the Neil Armstrong movie discussion.
All about
They
the
took the
flag
American-
and
yeah.
all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But we're playing faux outrage. Like
that's
the
another
nerve, the nerve that they have a Canadian playing an American hero.
Gee, I'm sorry. Didn't an English guy play the biggest American hero, Batman?
It's supposed to be faux outrage. We're
Dude,
being snowflakes.
It's
Hey.
acting.
I killed myself too because I called Ryan Reynolds did
Scarlett
the Green
Johansson
Lantern.
can't play a transgender woman, then a Canadian cannot play an American.
Sell. All right.
I'm confused.
I've been teasing this for a couple
If
weeks.
Charlene,
You guys
there,
don't snowflake well.
For the love of
if she could
Pete.
play an ugly woman, because she's hot, so like
I know
is
they
hot.
should have an ugly woman play an ugly woman.
Thank you.
Right.
They shouldn't do that to Charlene. That's fucked up because she's fucking sexy as shit. You don't do that to her.
No.
Cheap plug before we go into the next segment.
It's
Raise
like
your.
putting underwear on fucking.
I want to leave that alone. Raise your gimmick up for the camera, Ed. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night, C&J Speed Review, 8:30 on the YouTube channel. We're going into the playoffs, and we're going to talk all about it, but I made sure Ed wrapped his gimmick in Kevin Harvick colors, as I did to mine. We're going to talk all about the playoffs, the Indianapolis races that were both rained out, both ran on Monday, and both exciting to the bitter end. But I've been teasing this for a couple weeks. Do you know the difference between song lyrics and poetry? Most of us say we do.
Rap music.
Well,
depends on who's writing it.
Exactly. So this is the debut effort of.
Do you guys think Cardi B is going to kick Nicki Minaj's ass?
If they put him in a UFC ring, yes. If they put him on record, no. Nicki Minaj
What do you think? Nicki's going to win?
Yeah.
Really? I still want to see it.
I think Nicki's more vicious.
No, I think she's all fucking. I think she's got so much plastic now. She'd be afraid to like break a boob.
Exactly. I think Cardi B will break her hand on
Cardi's
her face.
all talk. Nicki's the real deal. That's my
Cardi
opinion.
B was a stripper. That bitch fought for money, man.
No, she stripped for money.
No, she fought for that money. You know, at the end of the day, she probably had like a handful of like 20s, right? Like maybe about like 15 of them.
Sell it.
No, like
sell
15.
Sell it.
You got to listen to the story first.
Go ahead.
You got to listen to the story before you sell it. She probably had like 15 20s in her hand, right? And then she has some bitch over here, little blonde skinny bitch over here making fucking 35 20s. So Cardi B probably, you know, she fought. I'm telling you, she scrapped for some money.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know. Nicki from Queens.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Nicki's from Queens. She's from
Nicki fucked Drake, dude. Nicki fucked Drake, okay?
We
and
all,
Eminem, apparently.
We all have a dark, dirty
Drake
in our
is from
past.
Canada, yes.
We all have a dark, dirty in our past. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jabroni's musical poetry moment. Today I'd like to read you this following passage, and it's up to you to decide whether these are song lyrics or
Dude,
poetry.
My intro was even better now. I just realized that.
What now? What did I do?
No, my intro was a song lyric.
Yeah, it was.
And this is what you're introducing.
It
right
is very
now.
much the same thing.
See, I sold you, and I didn't even know I
No
sold
rehearsal,
you.
folks. No rehearsal.
This is
None.
beautiful.
We do this on the fly.
Tear in my eye.
I would like to read the following passage, and it is up to you, and I will put it amongst the panel. I won't say now if it's song lyric or poetry. It's up to you to decide. Next week, I will bring out whether this is song lyric or poetry. Ladies and gentlemen, you and I long to live like wind upon the water.
Oh, that's good.
If we close our eyes, we'll maybe realize there's more to life than what we have known. And I can't believe I've spent so long living lies I knew were wrong inside. I've just begun to see the light. Put that away. Long ago there was a dream. I had to make a choice or two, leaving all I've loved behind for what nobody knew. I stepped out on the stage, a life under light and judging eyes. Now the applause has died, and I can dream again. Is that poetry or song lyrics? Going around the table, Ed.
I think they're song lyrics.
Think they're song lyrics?
Yep.
All right, Mike? So I'm guessing you're going with song lyrics as well, guys? Without... Well, I guess Mike just ruined it for everybody. Yes, it's Queensryche. It's a song anybody listening. But let's be honest, Jeff Tate knew how to write this shit to make you believe this could be Robert fucking Frost.
I gotta object a little bit.
Why?
Bullshit.
Because he knows everything about Queensryche.
I figured
That's
I
why
picked
I put the heart, man.
I figured I picked
I've
the
had
ones
rigged.
I figured I picked the one song he didn't know. The one song.
God, no, I love that song.
On like the shittiest album they ever made. Anybody?
You're true. That was the shittiest album ever.
The song is called "Anybody Listening." It's by Queensryche. It's one of my favorites, and for the first ever Jabroni's musical poetry moment.
there was a line in there that I gotta look up the words to the full. It was like the sand.
Wait.
Tears.
Think for yourself and feel the warmth, and the world will become sand beneath your feet.
Well, not that. No, hold on, because
Okay.
there was a way that the words were set up, and it's funny because I this is the reason why I love this fucking song.
And this is why this is going to be fantastic every single week.
I agree.
Wait till I get into the rap music. This is going to be fun.
It's even gonna be more fun, yeah.
The mayor says you're confusing with Ryan Felipe.
What?
Ryan Phillippe, what did he do?
He didn't do shit.
Oh, was I
Confusing
the
Ryan Gosling with
good
Ryan
call? Oh,
All
good
right.
shit. I'm
Nice.
not worthy. I'll give it to you. Yeah, I
She
was.
says to you, cheesy lyric.
Well, of course, that's the whole point behind the musical poetry moment.
And you are banished to silent lucidity.
Fuck that
Whoa.
shit.
Hey, the mayor.
Oh yeah, the mayor spoke. I have
but,
to.
but no.
It is.
Okay,
What?
here we go.
All right, he's going through the lyrics right now. Let's
Got
get
it
to
right
the.
here. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Hold on, I got something for you.
Thank you.
That's for the people who are listening on audio only. If you're watching us on
Afro
YouTube,
Man.
oh, if I read those lyrics, everybody would know. I was gonna go to court, but then I got high. I mean, it just doesn't translate, bro.
Well, it could,
Okay.
but then you gotta.
If I read
pay more
California
money.
Love, that'd be different.
I'd spot that one.
I know you would. It's not for you, it's for the folks. And as we get into our topic in about 30 seconds, once Mike finds the lyric he's talking about,
I will.
we'll move forward. Because I could take Queensryche every fucking week.
You could. Yeah, he ain't
Just
lying.
never been a
though.
fan.
I'll tell you what.
Poetry. Oh, you know
They
what?
are.
Certain things, and I'll buy it with you. The early stuff, couldn't get into. Operation Mindcrime, loved it. Empire, wasn't too. Then there was it Tribe or Gimmick Schneebitz-Fernum or
Yeah, that was
Here in the Now Frontier.
Yeah.
But when they did Mindcrime 2 and they bring Ronnie James Dio in, first of all, I could put Dio lyrics up there. How the fuck did Ronnie James Dio, as much as I love Dio, God rest his soul, how did Dio have a career for 40 years singing lyrics that don't make any fucking sense?
That made sense to him.
It didn't make sense to anybody, but the people bought it like, holy diva!
Oh,
And okay,
Here
go
it
ahead.
is. Here it is. Okay.
Go ahead.
I was like, I had to read it again. Okay. Hoist a sail, and we'll be gone by morning. This will all seem like a dream. However, or you can say it, hoist a sail, and we'll be gone by morning. This will all seem like a dream. You see what I'm saying? Like
that's what close to the end of the song.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So, and that we weren't even stoned people. We didn't even smoke weed back then. I just want you to understand. No, we didn't. Maybe you did.
Yeah.
Maybe you did. But this is me, Brandon, and Rob all sitting out, and I asked them this very same question. How are we supposed to take that? Is it hoist a sail and we'll be gone by morning?
It'll
This will
all seem like a dream.
Or hoist a sail and we'll be gone
Tomorrow,
by morning. This
it'll
will all seem like a dream.
dream.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's how fucking.
You guys were deep before deep was cool.
We were deep before we smoked weed.
Bring that shit on.
Do you know what I think when I hear those lines?
You think that you'd
You're
rather
like-
be listening to Sir Mix-a-Lot.
No. I think row, row, row your boat
Fuck this
gently
guy.
down the stream.
Like he's gonna fail. He's gonna fail every week.
Thank you for
He's
indulging me.
Merrily.
All
Life
right,
is but
Let's
a
get
dream.
on to the
one
the meat and
more plug.
potatoes.
One more plug before
Oh.
we go on, and we're gonna do this another time. You see, Sports Illustrated, the September 10th edition.
Mhm.
Pay no attention to the Penn State bullshittery on the cover. You see here is an article called "Fighting Back." The young lady in the middle, Mandy Maloon, next week right here on the Loki and Jabroni Show, talking all about her struggle with the sexual improprieties by one of her coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Don't miss it. This is us actually embracing the Me Too movement. This is us trying to bring the young ladies of the world. If you have a niece, a daughter, a cousin, whatever, tell them this is the interview they need to hear. We are bringing this to light for the young ladies all across the world. I know some months ago we changed to for men by men, but this is important. This is what we
Yeah.
want to do, and this is what we're bringing forward. And now, without further ado, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the issue. Starting with
You go first? Okay.
it was Eddie's idea, so let him introduce it, and then we'll all go around the table.
All right. Well, it's been a long time since we had like a straight music episode, so I thought it'd be nice to do our personal top 5 collaborations. Now, this can be anything. This can be performance. This can just be on a record, or this can be producer artist team up. You know, anything like that.
Yep.
Whatever two completely separate composers, artists got together and created magic.
And we have a surprise list from the mayor of Middletown, who, when speaking of this issue earlier today, she wanted to chime in and didn't know if she was going to, but she's a part now, so she gets to hear her picks live and in living color. And if you want to hear your picks when we do episodes like this live and in living color, subscribe to the YouTube page, click the bell, make sure you guys are a part of us every single week when we do it live. If you're on iTunes, Google Play Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, you hear it after the fact, send them in after the fact. Tell us who your 5 favorite collaborations are. We'd love to read them, and maybe next week we'll read, if you have one, your top 5. Maybe we'll send you a prize. I got a prize here that I'd like to give away.
Lady.
Oh, dear God.
I knew that was going to cut you off. All right, let's go.
You're my knight in shining armor, and I love you.
All right,
We always do great duets.
So
This guy.
going bottom,
This fucking guy.
bottom from the top.
All right, bottom to
So,
top.
For my first one, which would be number 5.
Yep.
I picked Common.
Are we just going around? Or are you
Yeah,
going to
we'll go
go
around
through
the
your
table.
whole
Five,
list?
five.
No,
No.
we'll go around. We'll do the
Yeah,
whole thing
okay.
because we'll all discuss our number 5s. I went with
I have some honorable mentions.
Common and Kanye West.
You know it's gonna
Of
be
course
that.
you did.
Well, Common had he's been
Beef.
around for a while, but no, Common. Well, he had beef with Drake, but Common had
I like him
string
even
of-
more now.
Common had a string of like lackluster albums
Yes,
for a
he did.
while, and it seemed like, I mean, he's a very introspective guy, and it seemed like he was gonna die out. Kanye West comes off of the Jay-Z hits, and he comes off on his first album, and he's kind of huge. So he actually signs Common to his music label, and they come out with the album Beef, and that album ended up being a big hit for Common. 800,000 copies sold, making it a gold record, and 5 hits that all got on Billboard.
Not bad.
So I think that was a collaboration. It's worth listening to. It's a very soulful album. There's lyrics, which is rare in today's music, and the beats are just top notch, using like real classic, really soulful samples and stuff like that. So that's where I started.
I'll go
All
with
right.
it. My 5 actually started off a little bit more in the 90s, closer to 2000s. Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson, they come together for Scream.
Oh, that was so close. Oh, shoot. Wow, I burped.
That's how excited he got.
That seriously, I have 10 here. My 5 are here. My honorable mentions, but Scream was just so close. I didn't want to.
In a time when Michael Jackson was huge, Janet was huge.
You can't get bigger.
Right, you bring them together, and then
To finally see them dance in that video was like chilling.
Wasn't that
it was
amazing?
Incredible.
It was
And not only that, wasn't the production on that video like almost $1 million just for that fucking video?
Million
It was,
plus.
it was crazy.
Easily.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So-
Like
Sony,
they had
Sony spent top dollar.
Yeah,
on that.
I mean, all the digital effects when they're sitting there playing the ping pong against each other,
And they're
shit
doing
like that,
the space age gimmickry and all that bullshit.
knocking each other around like siblings. It was just a really cool
flipping
video.
each other off.
It was just
Yeah.
it was a really cool. Like I love seeing it.
And that's the only album actually where you actually hear Michael Jackson use the word "fuck."
No shit.
Like if you listen to the single, to the very end during the break when he's like, "What they say, stop messing with me" or something, stop me. Once Michael Jackson goes, "Stop fucking with me."
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that.
Yeah.
That's gotta sound really, really like high pitched and
Wow.
fun.
Yeah.
No,
right?
no, man. When
I think it came
when he's
from
in his
like,
bad mode,
"Ugh."
I'm sorry. Michael Jackson may be a little like,
Effeminate.
right, but when he's in his bad mode, I'm sorry. That guy's a motherfucker, man. He's awesome.
You know, funny when I came up with the poetry moment, I actually wanted it to be "Can You Feel It," the music, and bring it in and the crescendo. But the music you chose was fantastic.
Actually, if you not to cut you off, but
Go
on his
ahead.
Dangerous album,
Yeah.
he's got a song called "Gone Too Soon." That's
Yes.
almost like poetry.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
so-
know the song you're talking about.
What do you got?
All right. Well, Metallica was in a rut for about 15 years, and sometime in 2008, they hooked up with Rick Rubin
Def
and
Jam.
came out with Death Magnetic, the most angry Metallica album since And Justice for All. So number 5 on my list is Metallica and Rick Rubin with Death Magnetic. If you go back and listen to that record, it is just pure 1000% unadulterated Metallica fury. It was the second album featuring Rob Trujillo on bass, who is amazing. No offense to Jason Newsted. No offense to, God bless his soul, Cliff Burton. Rob Trujillo fits that band so well. And I'm a metal freak. You guys know this. But that record was just so full of spit, anger, and rage that you don't think you can get from Rich Folk. But it was there. One of the songs that I did at karaoke one night that everybody went, "Oh wow, that was something I didn't expect coming," was "The Day That Never Comes." If you've never heard it, go listen to the lyrics. It's about a guy who goes to prison and has to survive prison. None of these guys have been to prison. It's not fucking Vince Neil and Motley Crue. He's never had to sit in a prison cell or what have you. But the anger was there, and that's what Rick Rubin in printed interviews said. I wanted to bring the anger back to Metallica. I wanted to bring them back to when I was a kid and I bought these records. I wanted them to spit hatred, and that's what he did. And to Rick Rubin, I tip my hat. Bring it on, man.
Rick Rubin knows his rock and roll.
Oh, without question.
Because he's
he was the guy that introduced the Beastie Boys to Kerry King from Slayer for that. What is it? No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Yeah. Yep. And what else? Rick Rubin did. There's a couple. I think
he did Biohazard and Onyx.
I think he did 99 Problems for Jay-Z.
Yes.
He did. He did the stuff with Onyx, and there's another rock band that.
If it's angry, it usually has him involved.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
you know what I think he does? I think he just walks in and he's like, "What pisses you guys off?"
Exactly.
Write that shit down.
Listen to All Nightmare Long. Listen to Cyanide. Listen to any of the songs on that record.
Even 99 Problems. 99 Problems. Come on. That is an angry fucking song.
You know,
anything from Biohazard was fucking angry.
Evan Seinfeld has nothing to be angry about. He was married to and banging Tara Patrick, the porn star. He was
on film.
Exactly. He was on top of the world, but when it came to Biohazard, you needed anger, and Rick Rubin brought that out of Biohazard.
Exactly. But here's the ironic thing with that. Like, if you've ever seen Rick Rubin interviewed, he doesn't come and say, "Are you angry?" Right down. He just gets introspective, and he just comes out. And he's like, "We're gonna do it like this."
You want to know a funny story about Rick Rubin?
He's so weird like that.
Any of you who
he's like a Buddhist.
Any of you who have the WWE Network, which you can get by going to www.lokiandjabroni.com/wrestling, Rick Rubin was the financial backer for Jim Cornette's Smoky Mountain Wrestling back in the 90s. Because he loved wrestling. He loved the anger. He loved the just bad guy, good guy, blood sport. He financed Jim Cornette.
You know,
I'd love to get Jim Cornette on the show to talk about it.
You're a little girly there, Bailey. You know what she used to come out to? Misery Business.
Ooh, nice. There you go.
And because WWE sucks and doesn't let her do it anymore.
Probably not.
No.
Someday I'd like her to come out for me.
They did, though. They did actually shell out the cash one time. One time.
Was that on the NXT gimmick?
No. It was actually a big one. For Metallica's Enter Sandman. You remember who it was for?
Sandman.
Yes, exactly.
For the ECW One Night Stand.
Yes.
I'll never forget that.
Exactly.
Funny story about that. Before I know we're doing what we do. We go off on a tangent. That ECW One Night Stand. Taz came out to the.
His old fucking.
He used to come out to War Machine by Kiss, but Harry Slash and the Slash Tones gave him like his own same riff.
Yep.
But it was like mixed, so you copyright gimmick schnabitz whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But when Sandman came out and he walked through the crowd, it was Enter Sandman. I know WWE shelled out a butt ton of money to have that done. Fucking... And he's got the cane and he's smacking people.
He was rocked that shit, man. He rocked
for
that
an old school ECW guy like me
that was awesome. That was awesome.
Done.
That was awesome. That's when the WWE actually gave a fuck about their fans.
We'll have a WWE episode coming
drop around to fucking drop that money. You know they spent like a couple million on that. I ain't sure.
A couple 100,000 easily for a one.
Well,
for
Metallica doesn't give their songs out.
For anybody. You're talking about Lars fucking Ulrich.
Paul Heyman was paying them, and Paul Heyman didn't have a pot to piss in. But every week, the Sandman came out to that music, so they're not exactly, asking for butt ton of money unless Vince McMahon
Well,
comes
they're
calling.
picky about it because remember they did that music for Mission Impossible too, and that was like one of the few times they actually did music. For
I
that kind of thing.
Disappear. What a
Yeah.
terrible fucking song.
I think we've talked about this before.
Hey,
Zach.
hey, hey! It's
Hold
like
on, hold
heavy
on.
metal Fat
Hold on, dude.
Albert.
Anytime you have
Hey,
Limp
hey,
Bizkit
hey.
doing fucking Mission Impossible, that does it all. All right, number 4. What do you got?
All right, Ed.
Number 4, I went with a performance. Now, ironically, this is
I did too, actually. That's
two,
funny.
Two groups that I actually don't really care for that much.
Kiss and who
But-
else?
No. This was during an MTV
Pearl Jam.
Awards. Yeah. No,
Nickelback and who?
no Pearl Jam in Cypress Hill. No, this was actually just a one-time collaboration performance. It was Michael Stipe with Adam Clayton and Larry Mullen of U2. They did a little thing they called Automatic Baby.
Okay, I
and
remember that.
Michael Stipe was singing these U2 songs.
Doing the
And-
Michael Stipe dance.
That's actually David Byrne.
Anyway.
And you may find yourself in a big house.
Like I said,
Michael
I don't
Stipe.
like...
Michael Stipe.
As we just hijack Eddie, doesn't fucking matter, right? Eddie, go ahead.
I don't like really either one of these groups, but I just thought Michael Stipe did such a good job during that
I
performance.
like Michael Stipe.
And,
I do.
and
I
U2,
busted him a
U2
lot.
scaled down their sound for the songs that they were doing. He did his own version of oh crap, the real thing.
Was it the real thing? I remember what you're talking about.
Crap,
I just can't.
They did 2 songs. It was like almost like a medley, and I don't know. I just remember like stopping and watching that whole performance. I'm just like, that was pretty good.
That kind of goes back to
Yeah.
when I saw, and not that it's on my list, but Moby, who I could give half a shit about, and
You can go get stomped by Obi.
and Gwen Stefani doing Southside. That video, that song was
the remix.
mesmerizing. And I'm just,
Oh, it's
I'm
like when,
like locked. I'm like, what the fuck? This is cool. And then when you realize, well, it's Moby and Gwen Stefani, I could give half a shit less about either of these people. You move along, you go to the next thing.
I like them both.
Or
I love
was
Gwen
it,
Stefani.
In Your Eyes, Peter Gabriel, when he did it with the African group there.
Yes.
Oh, that was
Dude,
an MTV Awards.
What the fuck?
Even,
Did that not blow your mind too?
even,
Like
Peter-
that almost made my list because that, like, when I first,
That would have been a good one. Yeah.
Because
Even
when I
Peter
first saw that, I was
Gabriel
like,
and Kate Bush
fucking
almost
boom.
made my list.
yeah, that was good.
Don't give up because you
that
have
was
faith.
good. That was good. That was
Fantastic.
good. Yep.
So
All right,
what
my
you
number
got?
4.
Number 4.
For me, it was also a can't get that out. Jesus Christ. Was also a performance.
Mhm.
Nat King Cole and Natalie
Ooh.
Oh.
do Unforgettable.
That was a single.
Classic.
Yeah, it actually came out as a single.
And that was
Fucking Christ.
fucking beautiful, man.
performance-
Fucking
great.
hell.
I loved it. I loved it.
Gorgeous.
That wasn't my thing, but I mean, how can it not be your thing? I mean,
Gorgeous.
this is Natalie, the daughter of Nat King Cole, and
Years
here they
after
are.
her father
Right,
passed.
exactly. And here they are, just and
And the way
the
she
way-
ended it.
yeah, and not only that, just the way that their voices just kind of like, it was haunting, man. It was
Mhm.
haunting. It was the first
Oh.
time that they really thought of doing something like that. And let me just say that I think if you do this nowadays, people are like, oh my God, that's so tasteless. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? It was the perfect
no,
time.
it
Drake
It
and
was-
There was I got to remember the name of the song. Alison Krauss, who was on my list. There was a gentleman named Keith Whitley, a country artist. He passed away years ago, and he had a song called "If You Say Nothing at All."
Yes.
And Alison Krauss
Yes.
did like
Did-
this
yes.
haunting back and forth duet, much like Natalie Cole and Nat King Cole. And it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. And you sit there and you listen to it, and you're like, wow, that's unreal. It's ethereal. That's just otherworldly.
That's how this was, right?
And to hear that song, and now you bring up Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole, I'm upset that it's not on my list.
That's
But
why we do these things,
it's
because
so
we do this shit back and
gorgeous.
forth. We're like, oh damn, I didn't
How
get
did
into
I
that.
miss that?
Yeah, exactly.
Give
What
me-
do you got, man? Number 4.
Give me
Number
things you,
4.
gotta think about, you know.
All right, number 4. This is kind of personal to me, but I go back to my childhood, and then now when I'm driving in a car with the Eternal Flame and the Goddess of Love, Kenny Rogers and Dolly
Oh,
Parton,
fuck yes.
Islands in the Stream.
They
if-
didn't make my list. See, you see this thing?
if-
I wanted them on the
Yeah.
list, but I couldn't see. That's awesome. That's
There are people that are going to look at me and go, they're
No,
going to shit all
no,
over this.
Fuck, that's awesome. That's awesome.
That song.
That was the first
Oh,
duet. That was the
God, no,
first
no,
duet.
it wasn't
man.
the first.
For me. For me, ever, that was like the first duet.
Islands
That
in
was.
the Islands in the Stream has got to be, in my opinion, the first time I cared about country music, because I grew up in a sort of country-centric family. Larry Gatlin, Charlie Daniels, all this other bullshit. But when I heard Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton on regular radio, where moments before I heard, say, I don't know, the Jacksons, or at the time I'm trying to go back to 1982, Twisted Sister, or Pat Benatar.
And that's not the first time they got together and did a duet.
No, but it was the best
No,
time
it was.
they got together. Islands in the Stream may be, in my opinion, the most perfect crossover hit. And when you go further into my list, you'll understand why I say crossover hit, because I have a country duet coming up. This was the best crossover country mainstream duet that there was. We're in the car. Angela doesn't like to sing. Let's put it out there. Angela does not like to sing. But we're in the car and we're doing our bit, and Islands in the Stream, and and we do that together. And of course, when Dolly hits the or whatever, I can't do it because I don't have a high pitch. I pantomime it, and she pantomimes it. We have a good time. It's one of those songs that stands the test, and I love it. That's why it's number 4 on my list. Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton, Islands in the Stream. Fight me, motherfucker.
Nah, I'm totally supporting you on this, because I came this close to picking.
It was almost
no
on mine.
shit.
Well, not that, but I came this close to picking Barbra Streisand and was it Barry Gibb?
Barry Gibb.
Yeah.
See, mine was gonna be
Nice.
Don't Fall in Love with a Dreamer.
Okay.
But the same idea, because Dolly Parton and fucking their voices were just
no
awesome.
offense. And look, when this is done, it's all produced. I'm gonna send this to Jimmy Wisman. He's a huge Dolly Parton fan. We all agree, Jimmy, Dolly Parton's the shit.
Actually,
we get it.
You want to hear something ironic?
Go ahead.
Guess who wrote that song?
Lionel Richie.
The fucking Bee Gees.
No shit.
Not surprised.
Well, there you go.
Not surprised.
Wow.
What do you got for number 3?
It was originally written for Marvin Gaye, but it ended up going.
He got shot.
It ended up going to the probably.
Wow.
Too soon.
Hey, you want to hear a joke about Marvin Gaye?
No.
All right, you want to hear a joke about Marvin Gaye? What was the last words Marvin Gaye heard?
Look out.
This will be the last 45 you ever hear.
Oh,
wait, Eddie, go ahead.
Too soon.
Yeah, I knew it. Next on the list, Eddie, you're number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 is another performance. It's it's not a favorite from that concert, but it's always been a favorite of mine. Just because I think he nailed the song. It's one of my favorite songs. It's Seal and Queen do "Who Wants to Live Forever."
Nice. Fantastic.
Nice, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of great performances in that concert, but I don't know. There's something about the way Seal took on that song and the way he can take it and build it and build it and build it. I will honestly say, if Freddie Mercury was still alive, I would love to see them do that song together.
You know, he's got one of those voices, Seal does, that transcends range and all this other stuff.
Everybody makes look.
Let me guess.
Cult.
Let me guess. "Kiss from a Rose." You're gonna.
Oh no!
Okay.
No.
I'm going
with
it's
the
only good thing about that movie.
I'm going with the "Who Wants to Live
Pretty
Forever"
much.
song, and this is just because I'm a Highlander fan. But a lot of people who aren't Highlander fans might not have heard this song. And this is the thing I want you to realize. Like, this is a very fucking powerful ballad. When Freddie Mercury sat down, and I don't even know, like, where his brain was. Because if you listen to the lyrics of this song, it's more than just about being immortal. It's more about the Highlander. You know what I'm saying? It is about Freddie Mercury's fucking life at that time. I mean, he's literally asking you, who wants to live forever? Because Freddie, he had the fucking world in the palm of his hands, and you could tell that he was on death's bed, man.
And honestly, in my opinion, and some people will argue this, but I think that is the best teamwork between him and Brian May.
Sure.
Because in the third reprise of that, when he kind of jumps in, Brian May just comes in with the cars like, and we live forever. You know, they just like, I'm like, dude, the song is just fucking.
No, it is.
Skeet, skeet, skeet. You know,
it's fucking great.
You're blowing your junk all over.
It's great. It's great.
World's greatest frontman singing one of the world's greatest songs, in my opinion.
Done and done.
And with probably one of the world's greatest guitar players.
Show Must Go On is like right there with that song with
your
me.
birthday 2 years ago.
I
butchered that for you.
Fuck, that's my jam, dude.
Actually, all the songs from that movie were in their album. It's a Kind of Magic. So they took a lot of that. So a lot of people know those songs.
Love that fucking
album.
album.
Yeah,
but
Anybody
they don't
else
realize where it came from.
Anybody else waiting so patiently for that fucking movie to come out?
Oh, I can't wait.
I can't
I
wait.
can't wait, man. Bohemian Rhapsody, by
I
the way.
can't wait.
I
I'm
blew it
gonna
up
be-
about like a month ago.
I'm gonna bring the whole rig.
Still-
and
yeah,
we're
still
gonna
gonna be
Mystery
there.
Science Theater.
My
3000 it.
number 3. I know we have to bring in the the smoke stick.
We're not allowed to talk about that.
My number 3 goes out to the first time you actually heard the freaking mix and the guitar kicking together. Aerosmith and Run DMC, Walk This Way. I remember being on the projects, and
You lived in the projects?
I did. I
Never
know.
heard that before.
And we were out there on Quarter Road, and I forget who. I think it was McLaughlin. Bobby McLaughlin was like, no, Bobby McLaughlin was like, Run DMC and Aerosmith. And like, we all just ran to our prospective houses. Like, we all had houses that we hung out at. And we just started getting MTV. Like, this was a big thing for us. Before that, it was Friday night videos. That was the only way.
Playing the same 4 fucking videos. Unless, and I'll bring this up, the first time I ever saw a Kiss video was on Friday Night Videos because they got big enough, tears were falling.
Yes.
And they battled with 1980, so it's 85, 86. So they battled with, oh Christ, who is this?
That's like a fucking ballad and a half.
Right there. They battled with so-and-so in the Friday Night Fights, and they won.
Yes.
And then they never played it again.
Yes. No, I Friday Night Fights.
When Kiss won, it was over. NBC was like, fuck that
oh my
shit.
God, they voted for Kiss? Get the fuck out of here. Unbelievable. When just even the video is fucking great, because you sit there and you see Run DMC fucking with this, and you see fucking Steven Tyler's face like, these motherfuckers, like, literally, and then all of a sudden he kicks the freaking wall down and he's like face through the why, and it's just like, dude, it's iconic.
Kid Rock can say what he wants. Aerosmith and Run DMC started.
They're the original. Yes, they are. They're the originators.
Well, if you listen to original Run DMC tunes, it was all rock beats.
Yeah,
it was.
I'm the king of rock.
Yeah,
ain't none higher.
Sucker MC shall call me sire.
Yeah.
You know, but those are, but you gotta understand, that's Rick Rubin,
right?
And Def Jam and the Simmons, you know,
and you were
we
able
go
to
right
do
back
that
to
shit,
Rick
right.
Rubin again.
And you were able to do that fucking shit.
That's
so.
Go back to Rick Rubin. There'd be no Run DMC. There'd be no Jay-Z. There'd be none of these guys. Def Jam created an empire.
No, exactly, dude. And that's this is. I remember, like, you know how me and my brother were growing up. Mm-hmm. I was the fucking rock. Well, you don't.
Good.
I was the rocker. He was the rapper.
Yep.
I had Rip Clean. I had the fucking Metallica
Wasn't
t-shirts.
that an album title? Oh no, that's I'm the DJ. He's the rapper or some.
Oh, that was fucking
Actually,
LL
Fresh
or
Prince
no Fresh
and,
Prince.
You used to kick that album. Don't lie.
No, I used to do the. No, my brother got me into a few things. No, I did Paperboy. I loved the fucking Diddy. The Diddy from Paperboy.
Oh, I have that album.
Want because
dude,
damn,
I have that CD. You
love
can't
that
get
fucking...
that CD.
No, you
anywhere.
can't.
Try
You
looking
can't.
for it.
I have it on my fucking on Google Play though. Dude, I do have that song.
Dude, I should put that shit on eBay.
Diddy is badass.
But that's the only song on that album that's good.
Tell me more before I get into mine.
I don't give a fuck.
Tell me more.
I mean, what else can you say? The first time that rock and rap was ever like collaborated together, and it was amazing.
2 different artists getting together.
Amazing. Yeah. And at the time, dude, I'm not saying we were racist back then, but there was a very fine line between rocker and rapper.
Absolutely.
And there was like we weren't hanging out, all right? It wasn't like a
we didn't really even here's the thing, we didn't really think about it that much.
No, exactly.
You know?
But there was look,
we were fine with it, is what I'm saying.
Right.
But when rap people now hear, and just to throw this out there, we have young kids that I work with that hear. I'm trying to think. It was at the Edge of 17, Stevie Nicks, chugga 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 chugga, just like the way, and all they think is Beyonce. I don't think you're ready for this jelly and all that bullshit. You're like, no, that was written 20-some years ago by a young lady named Stevie Nicks. That's the original riff. That's where it came from. And they're like, no, that's Beyonce. Horseshit.
I've actually had kids listen to Harder, Faster, Stronger, whatever, and say, I like the original Kanye West version. And
okay, I'll buy it.
That kind of triggers me a little.
Once they are introduced to the original, then they might see, well, the original is better.
Awesome.
I get it.
What do you got for number 3?
All right, I'm going country again. If there's a better song in country, I don't know what it is. Brad Paisley and Alison Krauss, "Whiskey Lullaby."
Yeah.
If you've never heard it, it will tear your heart out. Throw it on the ground, step on it with golf shoes,
That's what country's supposed to do.
and put it back into your chest.
That is
If you
exactly
see
what
the
country's supposed to do.
video, and if you've never seen the video, Ricky Schroeder, our friend from Silver Spoons, way back when we were all running around with our dicks in our hands, Ricky Schroeder is the soldier that goes away and the woman cheats on him. He comes home, and Alison Krauss and Brad Paisley speak for the man and the woman. They tell their different stories. The line that I love, and it makes so much sense, is he put the bottle to his head and pulled the trigger.
Yep. That's the best.
He drank his life away. The Whiskey Lullaby. And that song is so haunting. And for me, it had to make my list because it speaks to many levels. We've all gone through very heartbreaking breakups. We've all gone through points in our life.
Well, I've never done a Whiskey Lullaby breakup.
No, but what I'm saying is
I've done a bended knee or water runs dry breakup.
There you go.
I've done the.
We've all gone through points in our lives where we've maybe gone a little too far with the alcohol that particular night, one night. And that's what this song is saying.
We've done it on this show.
He put the bottle to his head and pulled the trigger. I wish I could remember the lyrics. Damn it. But it's such a beautiful song. When this is over, you get the lyric, the chorus. Thank you. The video, the first time I ever heard the song was on the video. It was on television, and I'm like, wow, this is a really powerful song. And then a couple years later, I went through a pretty horrendous breakup, and the song meant more to me. Not that I drank myself to excess and died, but
ready?
Yeah, go ahead. He put the bottle to
his head and pulled the trigger, and finally drank away her memory. Life is short, but this time it was bigger than the strength he had to get up off his knees. We found him with his face down in a pillow, with a note that said, "I'd love her till I die." And when we buried him beneath the willow, the angels sang the Whiskey Lullaby.
La 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 la. You cannot sing that. You can hear that without singing that part.
Couple comments.
Go ahead.
The mayor is objecting to one of my picks.
Which one?
The Seal one. You said Seal strained his voice so badly. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind over here. Freddie's the greatest, George Michael.
And that's fine, and we'll get to that.
I'm actually gonna go home and watch that video because I'm actually intrigued.
Seal did not strain his voice.
I was gonna say
that's his singing voice.
Okay,
but you got to listen to the original too, because.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Who wants to live? I mean,
stop. Who can top Mercury?
Fuck.
Stop.
I definitely don't say top.
No,
you can't. Yeah. So if you're gonna sing Freddie Mercury, and you maybe fall short, well, that's something that's gonna happen because there's only one Freddie Mercury.
Yeah,
and he's here where everybody else falls.
And I gotta say that, like, I don't have a problem with George Michael, but the George Michael and Queen stuff. I feel like there's a lot of George Michael Queen dick riders.
There is. I don't like. No,
I think they were pushed.
When I get to my honorable mentions,
don't like it. I do not like George Michael and Queen. Sorry.
She also says,
number 2,
woman to woman, Chris, and you are cheating with my list.
I'm working toward it. I have your list right here. We're getting through our list, and I promised. I said to the folks, your list is coming.
I was also going to just make an observation that country music is gangster rap with banjos. Anyway.
Might be. Go ahead. We
number
are
2.
Now on number 2. Eddie, it is on you.
Moving on. Number 2, this has to be on the list. LL Cool J and producer Marley Marl for the whole Mama Said Knock You Out album.
Fantastic.
Love that fucking
great
album.
Call.
Like, LL Cool J's had great albums, including produced by Rick Rubin.
Yes,
but
again, Rick Rubin comes up
when he did Marley Marl for that whole album.
Can let's be honest. All right, before this, the only thing we knew fucking LL Cool J for was "Round the Way Girl." All right,
no, that's on Mama Said Knock You Out.
Yeah,
oh, damn. All right, never mind then.
Same
so we didn't know him for anything.
No, he had Going Back to Cali.
Milky Cereal.
Like I said.
Yeah, Going Back to Cali, but that was
If you
Rick
were a
Rubin.
fan,
like
and
I
look,
said.
I'm a metal guy. But I knew.
Cereal. That's Mama Said Knock You Out, too.
I knew who LL Cool J
I knew
was.
That.
I knew My Radio. I knew all of that shit. I knew who LL Cool J was.
Come on, man.
But God, I have to give it to you on this one. That's a really good pick.
He produced most of those songs, and it just
we
All of
did
them are
a we
gold.
did a BMG music
Yeah.
thing.
Oh my God!
Quite a
He-
few.
He picked Mama
Stop!
Said Knock
Stop!
You Out,
Stop!
and that album we literally put in and did not take out.
I want
we
to.
did
Yeah,
not
I
take
want to
out.
put this to you guys and to the listeners. How many times did you do a BMG Columbia House thing with a fake name
God.
just to get the free shit?
All the
Never a
time.
fake name. I just did it from variation. My name.
Yeah, exactly.
Ed, Eddie, Edmund.
Yeah,
Okay,
I did
so
the same
but
thing.
They fell
Mike.
same address.
Yeah.
They fell for it every
Yeah,
fucking
Mike.
time.
Michael, McKay.
oh, I used fake names. I used Chris Burns, and then I would take like Gene Simmons' American name, Gene Klein. Then I would take like Arn Anderson's real name, Marty Lundy. I would just continue, and get all the free shit. Sorry, Columbia House. There's a reason you're out of business because you bought all this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Number 2 for me is very simple. Going back to what you were saying before about how you get pissed off because people hear something, and or like you with Beyonce. Howie Taylor. The first time this song came out, and I blew his fucking spot up because he was like, "Yo, this fucking beat is fat. You got to hear this beat. You got to hear this beat." Dun, 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 dun.
Oh Christ!
Dun, 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 dun. Well, Freddie Mercury and David Bowie blew it out of the water a long fucking time ago with Under Pressure.
I was
I knew
hoping
one of you
you
would
weren't
pick it.
talking about Ice
and
Ice
when
Baby.
and when this song hit it big, and people came up to me and they're like, "Did you hear this? Did you hear this?" And I'm like, "Dude,
It's on
that's
the mayor's
fucking
list.
Under Pressure. Are you fucking serious right now?" And you play the song for people, and I mean, it blew
Well,
up.
wait. Theirs goes ding, 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 diggy, ding, ding. Mine goes ding,
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 diggy, ding, ding. Do you see the
Exactly.
difference?
There's,
Do you
there's
see
a
the difference?
high. There's a high note. Mine's completely different. That's when sampling
Theft.
went to a whole other
Well, that
level.
one was
people.
theft.
No, that was
That
Yes.
one was straight up theft.
They were trying to say.
But wait.
that it was sampling.
Theirs goes ding, 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 diggy, ding, ding. Mine goes ding, 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 diggy, ding, ding. Do you see the difference?
You know what? That could be possible, but it's still theft.
But do you see the difference?
Because
Theirs goes ding, 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 digga, ding, ding. Mine goes ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, diggy, ding, ding. Do you see the difference?
dude, I can show you.
That
I
was
can-
his
now-
argument.
So
I saw
without
that. It's
now
just
without now
bullshit.
let's take this fucking loser Ice Baby fucking Vanilla Ice out of the equation, okay? And let's put 2 of the greatest fucking frontmen
Amen.
of the
Oh,
time,
my Lord.
of the time,
Oh, yeah.
and then put them together on a song,
Hmm?
dude.
not only let's give him full credit. Not only like the greatest frontmen, two probably the greatest songwriters.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
and pair them up with the greatest guitar player and
Brian May.
the rest of them.
And-
Well,
and-
see, when you say greatest guitar player, I
He's-
may
he's one of them.
shiver.
No,
he is.
he's
He's
one
one
of
of them.
You can't take
easily,
that from him.
easily.
No.
You have my vote of confidence.
Anybody that can
One of
make
them.
P Diddy sound better.
Well, you gotta also understand when
I love that
the
song. by
shit
the way.
that people are doing
Almost
now,
on my list. Not really.
it's because they were 8 years old and doing the shit that Brian May did when he was 30. You know what I'm
Amen.
saying?
Amen.
They are watching videos of him when he's in his 30s and doing this when they're 8, when they're 9, when they're 10, and bringing it to the next stage. So, yes, we have some incredible
Mhm.
Dimebag Darrell. Fucking, we have some great fucking guitarists now. And the reason why is because we had great
Brian
fucking
May.
guitarists
We had
back
Jimmy
then.
fucking Page. We had all these
Jimi
guys.
Hendrix. We had so many fucking great guitarists
Eric
back then.
fucking Clapton.
Eric Clapton, fucking
I-
BB King. I
put
mean,
Neil Schon.
Oh!
I put Neil Schon from Journey in that.
Absolutely.
oh fucking yes, yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely, man.
What,
He
what,
was the
6
fucking
bands and
Can,
fucking
and
millions of
and not only
songs.
that, he was the king of the ballad drop.
Yeah.
Like you
Oh
just,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like the ballad always has that guitar that comes in at the perfect time, but it can't be too early and it can't be too late, man.
Fuck it. Neil just came in and owned that shit.
Just fuck. It didn't matter.
And here's the thing: he's a
35 seconds, 10
eclectic,
seconds,
too.
didn't matter.
He's the glam rock. He's also very big into blues.
Mhm.
He's
Mhm.
also into new age kind of smooth jazz stuff. Like he's
Yeah.
a very eclectic guitar player.
Number 2, what do you got?
All right, number 2, I went a little more 80s, and you know this more than anybody. This song just spoke to my soul. Was Ozzy Osbourne and Lita Ford, "Close My Eyes Forever."
I knew that'd be on your list.
You put just 2 iconic 80s. And look, Lita wasn't exactly on the upper crust,
Not.
but she had some great songs. She had great
Great.
guitar playing. But when she reaches
Kiss Me
out,
Deadly.
Kiss Me Deadly was fantastic. But even you go back to the Spider's Curse. But if you go back and you look at that song, Ozzy put her on the map by doing that collaboration. She was there. She was almost there. Let's put it that way. But by doing that song, and the lyrics were just so awesome. And
not only
anybody
that,
who's ever
think of those lyrics. Back in that time, it was unheard of for a woman to cheat on a guy.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on in this fucking song. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, but you come back and the lyric is, I know I've been so hard on you. I know I've told you lies. If I could have just one more wish, wipe the cobwebs from my eyes. And that's like, I know I have a lot to deal with. I know I have a lot to repent for. How can I make this okay?
Right.
And and it was 1987, 1988, so I'm at 16-ish years old. I'm listening to that going, oh, wow, that makes a lot of sense. I don't want to be that person when I get in. Thankfully, by the grace of God, I've never been a cheater. So that spoke to me. That spoke to me volumes. And, your lady is a fantastic singer, Lady J.
Mhm.
And when we all get together and every now and again, I'm like,
She can't do Stevie.
Hey, Janelle, you want to do Close My Eyes? And she's like, yeah, you're the only one I'll do it with other than you. But if she chooses someone other than you, I'm glad it's me.
Yeah.
So, we have fun with it, and it's just one of those songs that speaks to the soul. That's why it's on my list. Number 2, Ozzy Osbourne, Lita Ford, Close My Eyes Forever. Before we get into number 1, I want to read off the mayor's list. She also had Ozzy and Lita on the list. She had Anthrax and Public Enemy, Bring the Noise. Fantastic.
I was tempted. I was so tempted.
Same here. It's on my honorable mention.
I just kind of felt like Aerosmith and Run DMC was just like,
they did it first, but did they do it best? And that's kind of where the dichotomy comes in.
I really do feel like they did it best. Don't get me wrong, I love Bring the Noise. Mm-hmm. I love Bring the Noise, and Ed will tell you.
I think it's a different genre.
I am a huge Anthrax fan. I fucking
we had
love
Charlie Benante
Anthrax.
on the show.
Absolutely.
I think Walk This Way and Bring the Noise are different genres in my opinion.
I agree with that.
They are, but you're still combining rock and rap.
Right.
So.
She brought up David Lee Roth and Travis Tritt from the early 90s with Cheatin' Heart Cafe, which was a fantastic song. If you've never heard it, go out and find it. She had Queen and David Bowie. Obviously, we've already talked about that. Sheryl Crow and Sting did a particular duet sometime back then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She had Aerosmith and Run DMC. She has Dre and Tupac. And her last one, which I don't know if it's on anybody's list, I don't want to blow up anybody's list,
California
was
Love.
Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Which was a fantastic collaboration.
I sang that with her all the time, with Jay all the time.
Was that Stop Dragging My Heart Around?
Yep.
A couple honorable mentions I had.
I love that song.
Peter Cetera and Amy Grant's one of my favorites.
Oh,
nice.
Fucking, they did that.
I had such...
That was eerie.
That song was fantastic. I had such a boner for Amy Grant when I was a kid, and I didn't realize that she was a Christian singer. But then
I still liked her.
Dude,
she did that baby bit.
Shit, though, man.
And
yeah, she did an equal blend of pop tunes and
she still looks
tunes,
good.
So.
She still looks fantastic.
Yeah, she's married to a country star.
Clint Black.
Yeah.
No, is it Clint? No, the other one. Fuck, Vince Gill.
Vince Gill, yep.
See, I'm the Ayatollah of rock and roller. You cannot beat me. I will bury you all.
Obviously, the Public Enemy Anthrax thing is classic. What's another honorable mention I had? There was a couple I was kind of torn on.
Do you have any? Because I'll
Michael
read
Jackson
mine.
and Paul McCartney.
That came up a couple times through mine, and
that's one of Amy's favorites.
What was it? Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder, Ebony and Ivory. Another fucking fantastic one. Didn't make my list.
Yep. I'm kind of partial to the Jay-Z and Linkin Park thing, even though I don't
that was good.
I'm not a huge fan of either one of them, but it was a good one.
Do you have any honorable mentions before we get to number 1?
Nope.
I'll throw mine out there.
He's got a pretty solid list.
I was going in exactly where I thought I was going to be. I mean, like I said, if I had honorable mentions, they're already on your list. I'm telling you right now, Lita Ford would be on there.
I have to mention these.
Like I said, I would definitely have, freaking Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers. That'd be on there.
Another honorable mention I have.
Go ahead.
I totally forgot about this. I kind of like this song. It was a so-so hit in the MTV days. It was the KLF and Tammy Wynette. Speaking of country,
No shit.
that song
yeah.
Justified and Ancient.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my
I
god.
thought that was cool. It was like it was a freaking Europop
My
band
god.
and a queen of country, Tammy
Yep.
Wynette.
Strangely enough, I almost had Dusty Springfield and the Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah.
What have I done to deserve this?
Mhm.
Here, look, I'm just going to run through these quick. Public Enemy and Anthrax were on my honorable mention. Run DMC and Aerosmith, which you brought up. Onyx and Biohazard, which we talked about. Slam.
Yep.
Travis Tritt and Marty Stewart. Again, same genre, but
Whoa.
they did a real great job.
No, not Slam.
Yeah, Onyx and Biohazard did Slam.
No,
No,
they did.
Yes.
They did Judgment Night, but they also did a cover of Slam.
Yes, they
okay.
did.
Yeah. Okay.
You can look up a music video. And
I'm like, no, you know where I'm coming at. I'm like, whoa,
I know.
I had Judgment Night, man.
They did that Judgment Night song, but I guess they also did
They did an
a
entire
cover of Slam together.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mentioned Travis Tritt and Marty Stewart. Dimebag Vinny and Rex from Pantera got together with David Allan Coe and did a whole CD called Rebel Meets Rebel. Go out and find it. Nothing to Lose is a great song. Find it. Just do your thing. And Elton John, George Michael doing Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me.
Don't let
is
your
haunting.
sun go down on me.
I knew as soon as I said that, that's where he would go.
Hashtag me too.
That's next week.
Though he grabs my buttocks when he squeezes to my
Oh, my
knee.
God.
Those are the honorable mentions. Let's get to the number ones, starting with Eddie
I'm
Focus.
just a fat man who likes burgers.
The producer who is allowed to speak, the only producer on earth on any podcast who is allowed to speak, Eddie Focus, bring us number one.
Actually, producers speak all the time.
No, they
Shut
don't.
up!
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Get out of my house, Ed.
Damn it, you beat me to
This
it.
one,
Episode whatever back in the day. Just look it up.
shut the fuck up, both of you. Anyway, this one's a little personal choice of mine. It's another performance, but it was at the Dance Star Awards a few years ago. It was my favorite DJ producer, Paul Van Dyke, Moby, who you don't like, and and Perry Farrell did a
Obi,
cover
you can get
of
stomped by Obi.
they did a cover of Take a Walk on the Wild Side.
Nice.
It is a crazy combination you never thought you'd see in 100 years.
I'm a huge fan of Lou Reed to begin with, so that was good. That's really good.
Paul Van Dyke was on the keyboards. I believe Moby was on a guitar, and Perry Farrell was singing. It was just an odd combination of characters. And it's just a really good performance. So
You get
Actually,
applause from me.
I do have an honorable mention.
Go ahead.
Motley Crue's whole album there, Dr. Feelgood.
All right, you have me curious. Why?
Because have you ever looked at the people that sang with him? Time for
Oh
Change
yeah, Skid Row
has fucking
this
Brian
one, that one, that
Adams, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking the other one has Steven Tyler on it.
All
I
right.
mean, literally, there is like if you go
Yeah.
down the list and you look at the people that sang on there, you're like, oh my god, Time for Change. It's funny if you actually listen to like the whole song. At the end, you can hear Sebastian Bach like totally getting into it. Like you could probably like everybody's putting down their instruments and Sebastian Bach's still like going. Yeah, exactly.
Sebastian Bach just needs to take a nap.
All right.
Number one.
Number one for me. And this is for me, and it's funny because you already mentioned it. We had this thing. We would play fucking paintball religiously every fucking Saturday.
Mhm.
And our team was very simple. It was called Team Kill 'Em All. And it didn't matter. No, it didn't matter what the objective is. Thank you. See,
Kill 'em all,
you knew
motherfucker.
exactly where that shit came
Kill 'em
from.
all.
And people fell for it.
Go
They
Benoit on their
I
ass.
had a fucking Jamaican on my team. He
Go
loved
ahead.
that shit.
Wait. Ed, go ahead.
you fired.
Yeah, too soon.
Damn.
Go Benoit on their
Damn.
ass.
So, anyways, I mean, I had a Jamaican on my team. I had a hardcore Croatian on my team. They loved it. They
Yeah.
loved the fucking name Team Kill 'Em All, right?
Mhm.
So
Hashtag diversity, motherfucker.
the only thing we didn't fucking have
Was
just this song. You know what I'm saying? Just this thing that just when we come fucking rolling in and we're getting our fucking paintball gear all fucking
you just
rolled
reminded
up,
me I have another honorable mention.
this was the shit that we've had fucking planned, dude. Jay-Z and Chester Bennington's Numb.
Nice.
Dude, I don't give a fuck who you are, and I don't give a fuck if you don't like these two. They made the perfect song. the perfect
from the
fucking
Collision
song.
Course album.
Yes,
Yeah, that's one of my honorable mentions.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
You
Nice.
mentioned
Oh,
it.
yeah.
No, absolutely, you mentioned it. To take and I look, out of all the rappers out there, Jay-Z, in my opinion, is not the best.
Nope.
But
Don't tell him that.
But I know exactly. But
Wait till you hear my number
the
one. You're gonna
way
be
that
floored.
Chester
You might
Bennington
die.
and Jay-Z just flowed together, man. I mean, when you hear him just coming in with the numb, and you know that part's coming in, and it's like Jay-Z just shuts the fuck up and lets Chester have his moment. You know what I'm saying? It's perfect. It's perfect. You literally have
Encore is the numb
encore. Thank you.
Numb
Yes,
encore.
yes. So if you want you want this fucking encore, you better scream till your lungs are sore. That is just like, fuck, man.
That was supposed to be Jay-Z's retirement song, but
no, I can see
we
why.
saw what happened with that.
Exactly. But anyways,
Right.
when you're out there and you're just getting your shit in your gear and it's all clicking and it didn't matter. It was one of us. One of us would grab that fucking our smartphone and it would just be all quiet. And they just fucking hit that and you hear bing bing and all of a sudden out of nowhere we're fucking loading up and you're just fucking feeling it.
We had a song like that in
Feeling that
when
shit,
we
man.
would go to BRM in the Army, which, by the way, I was never in the Army. Don't believe everything you hear. And we'd be on the bus, and they would go, Burns, give me the tape. And it would be Judas Priest. We put it in. It was called One Shot at Glory, which was a fantastic song. If you've never heard it, go to YouTube, find One Shot at Glory, Judas Priest. This was our battle
Great
cry
album.
going to BRM, which is basic rifle marksmanship, which I wouldn't know because I was never in the Army. And we would just go and we owned it. We just killed it every single time. Lee Bozeman, former guest on the show, who was my Army buddy, even though I was never in the Army. Don't believe everything you hear. So that was one of those songs. And from what I hear for your paintball gimmick, that was the rallying cry.
Fuck yeah.
Fantastic.
Fuck yeah.
Amazing. I guess it's my turn. Number one. I want to. You reminded me of an honorable mention, so I want to bring it out. Was it last year, Ed? You might be able. Last year, or the year before, Lady Gaga and Metallica on the stage doing "Moth into the Flame."
Yeah, a couple years ago, I think.
Fucking fantastic.
See, that's
oh my god!
you don't
can
ever
come up
get
with
to
so
see
many.
these things, and it's great when artists actually do kind of like show up in the town together because
Sure.
it happens a lot.
I've been at concerts when they do that. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, D. Snyder.
Right, Taylor Swift
And
had
Def Leppard.
what's her face, Selena Gomez recently at
Taylor Swift at a show that a friend of mine was at. Was it a Def Leppard show? And Taylor Swift came out and did Hysteria.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh my
It's
lord!
fucking awesome. And you're never gonna see this. It's never gonna be recorded.
It's
You
for
know what
the
I'm saying?
10,000 or so
Right,
folks that are
exactly.
sitting in the
If
crowd.
you are lucky enough to be in attendance for one of these, Garth Brooks had Trisha Yearwood at Mohegan Sun when he was just
for the 3,000 or so that are in the crowd for the David Letterman show, Garth Brooks and Kiss.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Same.
Once again, there's obviously there's gonna be a recording of it somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You're never gonna
who-
get them on a record.
Right.
What was it? Fuck the Kiss song that everybody fucking loves that we just consider rock and roll all night long. Poison.
Oh yeah, they've
Kiss,
covered it.
Metallica.
Yep.
No, remember they were all
Metallica does Love Gun in their
yeah,
their,
exactly.
Their, what do
their
they call it?
set
The
stage.
rehearsal.
Right,
the
right.
rehearsal
Yes,
gimmick.
yes, exactly.
I've shared that video with you guys. It's fucking hilarious. You need a gimmick, I guess. So I'll go to number one, I guess.
Yes, you have to go to number one.
Dude, for me, back in 1862 when I was a young kid, I loved a song by Joe Cocker called "Woman to Woman." It was just so fucking awesome. And then fast forward 20-some years later, Dr. Dre and Tupac do "California Love," sampling "Woman to Woman." Wow. And "California Love" to me is just the.
I was gonna say, wasn't in the mayor's list, right?
It was on the
California
mayor's
Love.
list, but for me, it was just like the most awesome collaboration. You have Dr. Dre and his protege Tupac. You take this Joe
Wasn't his
Cocker
protege.
song.
No.
No?
No, he wasn't. No.
He was signed to the label.
No.
not a protege.
Okay, fair enough. You're more the rap guy than I am.
They did not. Tupac hated Dr. Dre.
Why did they do the song together?
No, that was the whole because they're
it
from
sells
California.
records.
Okay, fair
But
enough.
Because it was
But-
Cali, and they were both Cali
All
artists.
right, yeah, schnaebitsfernum.com.
Well, that was the
Look,
whole point. Is they're
the-
squashing beef Because don't forget, at the time, you're still talking about Biggie and fucking Tupac having their big issues. So they're trying to show that California Strong was going on at this point.
Easily, in my opinion.
I know the whole story of that song.
When I heard that song, you hear the riff. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, oh, wow, Joe Cocker, Woman to Woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. Welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West with the thing with the breasts and the stuff and the schnabitz and the stuff. And the schnabitz was in there.
Track hit your eardrum like a slug to your chest.
Doesn't matter. It was awesome.
Don't forget to pack a Jimmy for the state full of sex.
And then here comes that
city,
that Pro Tools gimmick, like California, knows how to find, and everybody was into it. That was easily, in my opinion, number one, the best.
It was.
Oh,
it's
so
funny
awesome.
how they mix songs that they know people will get into.
And they readily identify with.
Yeah.
Go back to that Beyonce thing with the I don't think you're ready for this jelly, the Stevie Nicks riff. Edge of 17. Jugga, 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 jugga. I don't think you're... No, that's Stevie Nicks. You hear it and you're like, oh, I know this. And then...
it was just like the pressure. Ding, 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 ding.
No, wait. Theirs goes ding, 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 digga, ding, ding. Mine goes ding, 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 diggy, ding, ding. Do you see the difference?
The judge didn't agree.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't
Neither
agree.
did Suge when he held you out by your fucking feet
Just
over the...
Little side trivia about Dr. Dre, too. Like, when he does... like, obviously, he does sample music, but he prefers to actually have session musicians recreate it in the studio. So that's why a lot of his records sound a lot cleaner.
Let me ask you a question while we're here, because you know more about this than I do. What is the deal when this was my number one no matter what? Was Dre and Tupac, California Love. Love the song, always have. It's on my list.
Funny how we're both rockers and we
right
kind of like, you know.
Exactly.
You know what,
I've got more country on my list than rock.
I've noticed there are certain artists that no matter what, people love that guy. Like you talk to like the most hardcore punk guy, you say Tupac, and your first thing they do is like, fuck yeah, put up the finger.
You remember about 8 weeks ago I said download Living Color doing Who Shot Ya?
I heard that. That was fucking great.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
I don't even like that song, but it sounded good.
I don't either, but when I hear Living Color do it, and I know it's a Biggie song and all that in the Hatred, and I've watched the Biggie documentaries.
I thought it was, because Living Color was never quite like that, so I thought it was kind of cool.
Living Color crosses a lot of boundaries that people don't see because they don't listen. And listen to their music. Just go back, do the albums.
Because they never got as big as Milli Vanilli.
Fuck Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli didn't get as big as Milli Vanilli.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but unfortunately, neither did fucking
what was
Living
the deal?
Color.
What was
Living
the deal?
Color had one good fucking album that everybody knew about it, and they only had one good fucking... No, you're not listening to what I'm saying.
No, they had one album that was pushed.
Right, exactly. So. And they had one song that was pushed by the same fucking label. They were fucking great. I'll never forget the time I even actually went to my cousin, and I was like, do me a favor and just grab me something for my birthday that you think I'll like. And he got me the Living Color fucking CD.
Was it Vivid?
Yes.
Cult of Personality. Yeah. There you go.
Speaking of collaboration.
Well, that was it. That was it.
Living Color and Run DMC.
Yeah.
Myself and my microphone.
Now, the Cult of Personality, you already knew.
Yep.
You already knew it. So you skipped that song.
But if you get Shade, if you get Type,
if you listen to anything else on there,
God.
you're actually listening to a fucking hell of a band.
Yes.
A hell of a band. As a matter of fact, and I might be as so bold
we could do a
to
whole
say
episode
this.
on
No,
Living
we probably
Color.
could because I love them. I really do. I felt Living Color was very much like Alice in Chains in the aspect that they were, you have all these Seattle bands that kind of like came before Alice in Chains.
Yep.
And they just had to live off this legacy. And it's the same thing with Living Color. Living Color was a black band who came out and rocked your face off. So they had a certain thing that they had to live up to. Alice in Chains was like that. And when you first heard fucking Deuce Staley fucking belt out his fucking...
Yeah.
You were like, okay.
He invented that shit.
Thank you.
Fuck the fucking guy from Nickelback and Creed.
No.
Lane Staley invented, yeah.
But then he would hit
I
you with
just
these...
think he was doing a slower James Brown. That's my story.
Or James Hetfield.
Then he'd hit these high ranges. And this is exactly what the lead singer
Rooster.
fucking...
Rooster is the exact template for what you're talking about.
The lead singer of Living Color would do the same fucking thing.
Corey Glover.
He would hit these. I mean, dude, he'd be down here and then he'd be up here. Now you're not going to hear this in fucking Cult of Personality. You're not, because all he's doing is screaming. It's a great song.
Yeah.
It's a fucking great song. I mean,
it's more
fucking
of a pop
CM
song, though,
Punk
let's keep
came
it
out to
real,
the
yeah.
fucking song. That's how great this
Right.
fucking song is.
But
all right?
if you go to Corey Glover's solo record, which is called Hymns, which came out in 1998, go find that. Just find Do You First and Do Myself, or I'm trying to think of another great cut off that record. All of them are great. I love that record. It's on my iTunes right now. He was the driving force. You can point to Vernon Reid, the great guitarist. You can point to Muzz Skilling's great bass. You can point to Will Calhoun, great drummer. All of them fantastic. But Corey Glover is the driving force.
Exactly.
No,
Go find Corey Glover's solo record.
He was the heartbeat behind that.
Yeah,
absolutely,
you
man.
just see that video. Let's put the music aside.
Let's put the body glove gimmick out of the way too.
Yeah.
Not even
that yellow outfit.
No, not even. That's part of it though, because he comes out. He's got this gorgeous mane of dreadlocked hair, and he comes out and he's swinging it around just like James Hetfield or anybody like that. It's
sure,
it's like, dude, this is rock and roll.
Yeah, exactly.
There are people that will say they're a great black rock band. I say no. Living Color is a great
rock band. There's no such thing as black rock band. There is no
Seven
colored.
Seven Dust has
band.
A black singer, but they're a great rock band. I'm getting it. Rage Against the Machine. 3 of the members are half black.
Don't say great.
Great rock band. Not that I'm a fan of Rage Against the Machine, but they're a good rock band.
Good rock. Yeah, I was gonna say great is like fucking.
I just don't like Rage at all.
Point to Living Color when you want to talk about a band that transcends and pushes past the boundaries. Living Color.
The funny thing is, the whole when it came to Living Color, like maybe it was just a different time. The race thing never even occurred to me, because obviously I'd heard Lenny Kravitz, I'd heard Prince rock out.
Lenny Kravitz,
so it was
amazing.
like,
no. Can I say
to
this?
me, it was the next generation of.
No, there was because when I first saw fucking Judgment Day or Judgment Night, Judgment Night, and they made this big deal about Ice-T taking care of the front and he's bringing in this rock band. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was Ice-T, dude.
Well, Ice-T didn't even do Body Count on that album. He did a song with Slayer.
No. But he brought Body Count in. He was the
Body Count came in. He had just dropped the first album, then that movie came out, and he did a song with Slayer.
Yeah,
right. So. But that's the thing is.
Whole reason I bought the album was because of Onyx and Biohazard.
There was a huge.
The rest of it was great.
There was a huge split right down the middle. We as rockers,
rap and metal are so close that they don't even.
But at the time, don't forget, dude. In the '90s, it was like people want to say it wasn't split. It was split.
Very much.
It was split, dude.
Very much.
I don't know if you guys were fucking sitting in the corner diddling yourselves, but literally, rock and rap was split. We, as rockers, had ripped jeans, Metallica fucking t-shirts. The rappers were wearing fucking
Carl
Knies and the fucking the parachute
cross
pants
colors
and fucking what the fuck was the other skids,
cross colors,
fucking all this other fucking shit.
That was the Hammer
and
crowd.
Adidas. No, it don't matter that. No, cut it out. They were all wearing it. Chris
Zubaz.
Jersey, dude, the entire fucking crew. You know what I'm talking about. They all wore the same fucking shit.
I do know that was better dressed than I was.
And that was a split. Exactly. And that was a split.
Everybody's better dressed than you are.
That was a split. And then you hear that fucking Ice-T has this rock band. And you're like, what? Ice-T. Like wait. Like the rapper.
Yeah.
Like the guy that was in New Jack City that said, I want to kill you so bad right now, my dick is hard.
Best line
Ice-T.
ever.
Right, exactly. Like that Ice-T. And then you listen to it and you're like, dude, this shit's legit. This is like
it's
legit.
It's funny too, but when he first pushed Body Count and it was on the OG album, and that was the first time he dropped a song on it.
Right.
I actually said to myself, if any rapper's going to start his own metal band, it's going to be
him.
Ice-T.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Just the way he dressed, like, because he wasn't
the way he talks.
The way he talks.
It's the way he talks. It's the way he raps. He's like a hustler, dude. Fuck, God, he fucking love that song, man.
In his music videos, though, he used to come out. He was wearing wife beaters and stuff like that. So it's like you look at him, it's like, you know what? If anybody's gonna have his own metal band, it's gonna be this guy. what happens?
Hustler.
And not only does he come out with a metal band, he comes out with a great fucking metal band.
No, he does. He
On
does.
top of that, they go amazingly to the top of the charts. And what was it? What's his name? Dan Quayle comes out and mentions them out loud, saying, "Well, this cop killer gimmick and Schnabbits Fernum, they got attention.
Yeah.
They were good. And look, I'm a metal guy. I'm not a big rap dude, but I'm a metal guy. And for me to take notice, I bought the album.
That's
I
what I said,
loved
dude.
the record.
I felt like Judgment Night was the pinnacle rock
It's a great
/
album.
rap album. It was, man. The movie was good.
Passable.
It was decent. It was good. The music was fantastic, though.
Yes.
It symbolized everything that we were going through at the time.
Yes.
It really did.
It
really
symbolizes a
fucking
lot
did.
of what we're going through now.
It was-
And if kids would take
for
a
me
listen.
They couldn't take that album right now. They could, if that
Their
album
heads
came
would
out
explode.
right now.
David Hogg,
they would-
David Hogg's dick would fall off today if he listened to that record.
No, they couldn't take it.
Yeah,
They could
honestly,
not take it.
here's the thing too. That album too, like I felt like I was kind of segregated from the rest of the crowd on certain things. That album was kind of a bridge. Be like, we could both talk about that.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
like-
fuck yes.
Right.
I don't like Pearl Jam, but I like Cypress Hill.
Right.
Not a big fan of Slayer, but I like Ice-T.
Right.
I don't know who the fuck Mudhoney is, but I like Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Exactly.
Understood.
You know,
Mudhoney, nobody likes Mudhoney. There's like 6 fans and they're all family members.
But
Mudhoney
still.
is bullshit.
Hey, they made the
Yeah.
album.
You know, if you're a fan of the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra, but you don't like Kiss, they did an album together.
Yeah.
Well, now you have a reason to listen to Kiss.
Yep.
Or if you're Kiss and you don't give a fuck about Melbourne Symphony Orchestra, now you have a reason to listen to the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra.
There you go.
Same thing. Great list all the way around.
No, I agree. I agree.
And now, for the most famous words in podcasting, no matter what podcast you listen to, this is it. I say to you, Eddie,
grab him by the pussy.
close. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Next week. All right. So while the music was playing, we were discussing next week's guest, and
Oh, we always do.
I'm going to show you the picture in a minute. We're discussing Mandy Malone, next week's guest. You were saying something about she is just such a fucking badass.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tell me about what you saw in Mandy Malone.
So you can, if you guys actually look her up, go on YouTube. There are actually some videos out there. 2005, she went out to Germany and she
Mhm.
won the bronze. In case y'all fucking
Yep.
didn't know this shit.
One of her 19 medals.
Exactly,
that she's won.
exactly. I maybe I'm wrong, but I gotta say she's probably one of the first people I've ever seen that had just this perfect crescent kick, like just perfect, just absolutely fucking perfect.
That's why I don't want to piss her off. I'm afraid
Go
she'll come here.
go check out some of the shit before, and this is before people. You got to realize, and I don't want to ruin because I have some really good questions. I really do. You got to realize she was a teen athlete,
Mm-hmm.
and it's much like a teen actor.
14 years old, going over to Germany and winning medals.
Huge. That's huge. Like that's a talent that you don't. It's
One
a
of my
talent,
questions for
and
her. And
it's a fuck.
a passion, a love,
Not just
a
a passion,
dedication.
but it's a job. Not just a job, but it's above a job. It's something that when you put this on a 14-year-old's shoulders,
Mhm.
that's a big thing.
Prodigy.
Yeah, thank you. It's a big thing for you to expect a 14-year-old to do, and to do it well.
And in that video, what you saw was just
Oh God, yeah.
domination.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Domination.
And her fucking coach Lopez.
You know what? I'm going to get to that now. I'm going to do this while we're waiting for Eddie. This is this week's Sports Illustrated. It's called Fighting Back. It's a September 10th issue. Go find it. The young lady in the middle, Mandy Malone, is here next week on the phone talking to us about not only her accomplishments, but what she had to endure as part.
That's him right there too, Gene Lopez.
Oh yeah, right here. Gene Lopez is right on the side here. Go out, pick up this copy of Sports Illustrated, read it, be ready. If you have a daughter, if you have a niece, if you have a granddaughter, a wife,
girlfriend,
get out there and read this article. Be ready, because Mandy Malone is bringing the pain next week, and we are glad to have her.
Well, you know what's awesome about this?
Go ahead.
Is we've actually bashed people, said, "Hey, why did it take you so fucking long to come out?"
We've done the same
We
thing.
have no. That's what I'm saying.
Why
We've
did it take
done
you
this.
30 years.
We've done this.
She did it in the heat of the moment, and
nobody
she was pushed aside.
believed her. Exactly. And this is where I think a lot of the problems are happening with what's going on nowadays. But anyways,
It's a big
that's
danger,
gonna be next week. Yeah, it
big
is.
danger we have a traveling athlete like that.
You trust a coach.
You're trusting.
You trust your fucking coach,
Yeah.
man. He's not supposed to do that.
Look, I'm a coach. You've been a coach. Those kids look to us, and they want guidance, and they want just whatever you can give to them, your teachings, your knowledge.
Well, let's put it this way.
For Mandy, this was a big.
It was.
It hurt her.
She's 14 years old.
Yep.
He's 20 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He gets a buzz on and is like, fuck, Mandy's hot. Let me go put the moves on her. At 14 years old, she has no idea what the fuck is going on. The only thing she's focused on right now is martial arts.
Is going out
and
there and
beating
doing
that
her thing in
motherfucking guy's
taekwondo.
ass. Right, exactly.
Well,
somebody asked me today.
It seems like she knows.
Somebody asked me today about this. They said, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She was the first to come out.
Exactly. And somebody asked me that today. They said, look, your son is 17. Well, he's going to be 17.
Your son,
right?
yes.
My son is going to be 17.
Happy birthday, Alex.
Well, no, not yet.
When
not
it
yet.
comes,
October, right?
I'm just
but
saying when it
this
comes.
This year he's 17, and as a matter of fact, a couple days or a couple weeks from now, the person asked me, look, as your son being 17, would you be upset if he was interested in being with somebody, a woman, and I'm sorry, woman and 14 don't work together with me, but a girl at 14? And I said, hell's to the fucking no. All right, no. My son knows this. Like, when you're talking 40 years old to 37 years old, there's a difference. That's a 3-year difference in a few decades.
You're hitting too close. You're hitting too close to home right now.
All right.
I can't speak on this, but you're hitting too close to home right now.
From me, and this is just like I told my son, when you're 17 years old and this girl is 14 years old, no, and no. And this is exactly what we're going with this. When you are 20 years old and you get a buzz on, now, first of all, you're 20 years old and you get a buzz on, that's you're not even doing this legally, guy. This girl trusted you.
Mm-hmm.
This girl trusted you. And as a 17-year-old man, or even as a 20-year-old man, your intentions are a hell of a lot different than they would be as a 14-year-old man. Boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At 14-year-old, you're worried about Fortnite. And you're worried about fucking... No, I'm serious.
No, you're right.
For us, it wasn't Fortnite. It was something else. But you know what I'm saying? But at 14, you're worried about fucking Fortnite. At 17, now you're worried about what's in that fucking sleeping bag. Now you're worried about, hey, let me see what's going on in that shit. And the worst part about that, at 14 with a woman, and we've talked about this before, women mature at an early age. We've discussed this, and I think we're all in agreement.
I agree.
However, that's their bodies. I don't think it's their
mind.
Exactly. So because their bodies are maturing faster than ours,
I'm watching a stepdaughter grow into womanhood, and her mind is not catching up with her body. And I'll say that, and that's where I'm going to leave it.
And that's the same page with me. With Alex being 17, I'm on the same page. Like, dude, look.
Before we get into the top 10,
this
guys,
is just parents being parents, and this is dads being dads right now.
Listeners, next week, Mandy Malone right here on the phone talking about. Look, I'm going to show the picture one more time. I'm not going to show the whole entire thing. Eddie's going to put up a graphic later. You see that young lady right here? If you're watching on YouTube, that's her, Mandy Malone. Next week, talking about #MeToo and
Bring
what
the questions,
she went
because
through.
I got some questions too.
we are going to cover this, and she is opening the book. From what I understand, we are the first live interview she's going to do since the SI.
Sports Illustrated.
So
I love it.
We're right up in front. So
all right, ladies and gentlemen.
Eddie ran the graphic. Mike, do your thing.
Halloween is right around the corner.
Oh, Christ.
No, don't
It
remind
is.
me.
It is. And
Pumpkin beer.
let's not forget
Bullshit.
that Halloween the movie is also right around the
I
corner.
saw that.
So excited about that.
I'm very excited,
about that. Oh my god! And she
Mike's
still
losing his
looks
shit.
hot. She still looks hot. She
Jamie
has-
Lee Curtis
Jamie Lee
looks
Curtis.
good.
God, man.
Actually, if you watch Scream, was it
Does she
Scream
age?
Queens?
Does she age?
She looked hotter in Scream Queens.
Dude, does she? I mean, her
I think she's part of the Illuminati. I don't think
She gotta be. She gotta be.
exactly.
Anyways, if you don't want Michael Myers to visit your house, there are certain things that you need to do. And one of them is to make sure that you have the perfect Halloween candy in your house.
Ooh.
You don't want to fuck this up, people. And I'm doing this early because I want you to get out there and get
I
these
am
sales.
so
I'm serious.
I'm just gonna turn. I'm just gonna do this. First time.
This
ever.
is the
Go ahead.
top 10 worst candies that you can ever throw in that fucking
Number
bowl.
1, candy corn.
When people come in
Shut
there,
up, Ed. Get out of my house. I hate
When
candy
people
corn
come
too, but let him do his
rolling
thing.
on up into your fucking house. You don't want to do this to people.
Are
You
you
don't
got-
want to do this to people.
If you're not on YouTube, I am looking dead at Mike right now.
Lovingly.
I'm sideways. This is why you need to go to LokiandJabroni.com.
You gotta.
Loki and Jabroni YouTube gimmick schnibbits.
Go
Eddie will
to
put the gimmick up.
LokiandJabroni.com. You can get to YouTube.
Number
there.
10, Tootsie Rolls. Fucking murder this guy.
Okay,
Drown this guy.
stop. Tootsie Rolls are toxic. I love Tootsie Rolls. They're tasty as hell, but they don't expire. They're made of some government bullshit that you can Christ, you could patch cracks in your sidewalk
You remember
with
the fruit
Tootsie
ones?
Rolls.
Yes.
I like the fruit ones.
The vanilla
I
one.
miss those. No, they were fruit flavored.
Are you a fucking communist?
Number 9,
There we go.
candy corns, motherfuckers.
Should be
You-
number 1.
No,
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
because you ever come across that old lady that just put them in bags?
Yep.
First of all,
Should be number one.
look,
I'm
this
with
is the
that.
reason why it's not number 1, because you got to admire her dedication. She literally put those in little plastic
No, fuck that
bags.
bitch.
Did we ever mention that Bob Backlund was on the show and
We
put me in the chicken
We
wing?
did. Number
Alright.
8, Necco wafers. Y'all know those
Oh.
fucking things, man.
I love Necco wafers.
Were you supposed to eat those? I thought
I
I thought you were supposed to put them in your toilet
no,
and
you
it
throw
turned
them
the
at
water
people.
blue.
No, you throw them at people.
I thought you put them in the glass and it fizzled up like those old
Number
gimmicks.
7, chocolate coins. You come on, man.
Fuck that. That's for Christmas.
No. You've seen them before.
I know.
They got the
Coins.
bats on them.
Yes.
They got and then they got
That's
like
for
Dracula
Christmas.
1 cent. It's like, come on, are you serious
It's
right
for
now?
Christmas.
I object. I like chocolate.
Number
coins.
6, double bubble gum.
Fuck
Come on,
that.
man. We
Fuck
don't need
that.
no double bubble gum.
That
No, we don't
comes
need
when
that
you
shit.
buy fucking
No,
baseball cards.
That comes in the 559 pack candy package, and
The
it's
bucket.
literally right.
Dude,
no,
folks.
it's just a bag. It's just a bag. It's got double bubbles, and it got fucking Tootsie
If
Rolls.
you're gonna put
It's got
gum,
Laffy Taffies.
if you're gonna give away gum, it needs to be fruit stripe gum.
Go back to our wrestling episode.
Number 5, Jawbreakers. My God, can we
What?
put any other worse candy in the world? I mean, these
It's the
things,
one candy that lasts 8 months.
like yeah.
Let it go.
He's not wrong.
Remember
Like,
the
you
big
can lick
ones?
this
You're
thing
damn
and-
right I'm not
One of the
wrong.
big ones, you're like,
Did anybody
that's
actually
gross.
eat that thing? I want to know that. If any of our listeners have actually eaten one of those big and you've seen them, they come
Bring
in a
it.
box. Yeah, they come in a box. I want to see.
I haven't seen him in
Remember?
years.
Do you remember?
Actually, I want to see your teeth. I want to see your teeth.
Do you
Take
remember-
a picture of your teeth?
Do you remember? Because you're only a couple years younger than I am. Remember the dinosaur eggs?
Oh my God! Yes, I do.
And
I kept
how
expecting
much?
a real dinosaur. It never happened.
Right, and how much your fucking teeth and your gums and everything around your mouth took a beating for those days, and it felt like you had
Oh, you were
sandpaper
swollen.
in and
You were
around your
swollen. Your
mouth.
lips fucking regular. When you
You
calm
look
down,
like
the fuck
Steven Tyler without the beard.
on.
Go ahead.
Number 4, Good and Plenty.
Fuck you. I love Good and Plenty.
Are you?
Fuck you.
Fuck
Fuck
you.
you.
Like
Fuck you.
Good and Plenty.
It doesn't taste like anything. It's like
Choo Choo Charlie was an engineer, and he loved Good and Plenty. I don't know the
That's
song.
a commercial.
I
that
fucking
has nothing to
I
do with the
love-
candy.
Dude,
It's
it
Dude,
tastes like
black licorice. It's
Honestly,
black.
it tastes like licorice took a dump.
My woman.
It
God
tastes like licorice ate dinosaur eggs and took a dump.
I love the eternal flame and the goddess of love. And when she brings me box candy, she brings me Good and Plenty. I love that woman. And I love Good and Plenty.
You probably like.
Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
You
go.
probably like Dots too, huh?
No, I hate Dots. Not a big fan of Dots.
Oh, is that number? What is it? 4?
Good and Plenty is the shit. But it's your list.
Number
I get
3,
it.
candy jewelry.
Candy.
Who the fuck made this shit up, man? And why the fuck are we still selling it?
You know what? I remember.
Bracelets, necklaces, the shit if you put a
Remember the
necklace on,
kids?
you're turning blue because the shit's so tight. Like
Blue,
make
red,
it-
green, purple, all down your chest.
And making you look like a goddamn horse because you're just like.
Exactly.
You ever look at a kid taking that candy necklace, putting it up to their mouth,
And then they started. Remember the big blings? They started putting
Yeah.
big crosses and shit.
and all down their chest is like this rainbow melange of colors. You're right on that one. Fuck you on good. Fuck you on Good and
I'm
Plenty.
sorry. Food should not be wearable.
Good on you for the necklace, guy.
Number 2. You know those candies that are like super rock hard and they just got like an orange wrapper around her and you can't even make up what they actually are.
I'm not
They
sure
might-
I buy it.
I think they're made by like some German company, but you can usually pick these things up and it's a big bag like this. It says like 5,000 pieces.
Bit of
Okay.
honey.
And no,
Oh,
they're
fuck
worse.
Bit of Honey.
They're
Don't get me
worse.
started.
They're worse than Bit of Honeys. They're worse than anything.
Squirrel
you've
nut
ever
zippers.
had. Yes, they're worse than squirrel nut zippers.
I'm trying to stare at him, Ed.
These things are so bad that when you try to unwrap them, the wrapper still sticks.
Oh,
to the
shit. Yes.
candy.
Okay. Now I got it. Now I'm with you. Is that what
That's
number
number
is that?
2. Number 2.
The orange gimmick that you can't get out of the fucking wrapper.
Exactly. I know there's a name for them, and it's probably German.
It's called the orange shit you can't get out of the wrapper.
And number 1, anything not candy. If you are one of those motherfuckers that puts a toothbrush, a fucking thing of pennies, God,
Lick on
bagels,
tattoos.
raisins, any of these fucking
Pennies?
things, you are going to hell. Understand this right now. At the end of the world, when the whole apocalypse falls down, if you are one of these people, you're going to hell. Straight to fucking hell. And Satan is going to actually take you in and be like, you gave raisins, didn't you?
I can't.
Oh, you gave pennies, didn't you?
I took my
Oh.
earphones off. I took my hat off. I'm gonna put them all back on now. I remember going to a house. I want to say I was 12, and I don't want anybody to get upset. I dressed as buckwheat that year. Don't get all bent out of shape.
White buckwheat?
Yeah,
No.
but did you put on blackface?
Bleached?
Yes, I did.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my god.
I had the whole gimmick. I had the paisley, not the paisley. What do you call it? The checkerboard shirt. I had the hair all up in the thing with the ties and the gimmick. And I went to a house and they gave away. This is no joke. You guys are gonna want to hear this. They gave away those. Do you remember when you go on vacation? They have the little toothpastes.
Yeah.
They're about this big.
Trial
Yep.
size.
They gave away toothpastes.
It was a fucking dentist house, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't
He
care.
gets that shit for free from
Yeah,
Colby.
All I know
exactly,
all I know is
exactly.
I got home and your mom wants to look through your candy and she's going through this. She said, "Who the fuck gave you toothpaste?"
You went to Michael Ross's house.
And I went, I didn't live in the same town as Michael Ross. By the way, go look up Michael Bruce Ross on your Wikipedia machine or your Google machine. Find out who Eddie's talking about. We'll do an episode about him because we all have a Michael Ross
It's a
story.
Connecticut hometown hero.
Oh my
Right,
God,
but
he
we're
really
gonna
is.
we can do an episode on him and all have a Michael Ross
Actually, you
story,
know what we haven't done in a while, man?
which is
True crime?
Well, almost a true crime.
We need a
but,
true crime.
No, you're very, very close on that. But
killing me.
JFK's
Oh, conspiracy.
conspiracies. Thank you.
Want another conspiracy episode? Tell us. Go to-
Actually, I thought we did one recently.
We did one about 2 years ago with
I was
No,
gonna
we
say,
did scandals.
Eric Askew.
Yeah, exactly. That was the last conspiracy episode we
Mhm.
did was with Eric Askew. You're absolutely right, partner.
Because
Tell
I
us
got a
what you
great
think.
conspiracy called
Abso-fucking-lutely
Flat Earth,
right.
you rotten cocksuckers.
No,
Nathan Thompson, Nathan Thompson, you're a cunt. And if you don't want to come to me, I'll come to you. Nathan Thompson,
No
you're a cunt.
conspiracy
Cunt,
episode
cunt,
where we
cunt,
talk
cunt,
about
cunt,
flat
cunt.
Earth.
I'm going full Deekman on your ass. Cunt, 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 cunt. Nathan Thompson is a cunt, 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 cunt,
Drivers
cunt,
are
cunt,
rude. Such attitudes.
That's a conspiracy. Let's bring it on.
No flat Earth. No fucking Benoit.
Oh, for the love of Pete, you're just killing everything I got.
No.
All right, guys, we gotta wrap this shit up. Hey, guys, if you would like to see another conspiracy episode, drop a like in the comments.
Tell me
Make
if
sure
Nathan Thompson is a cunt.
If you think Nathan Thompson,
I don't know who
Nathan?
that is.
No, I'll bring it on.
Okay.
I'll send you everything I
if you
got.
think Nathan Thompson
Guys,
is a
like-
cunt, please make sure you drop that comment down there below. Guys, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and make sure you hit that little bell icon,
And don't-
so you don't miss any live videos that this crazy mofo
I did one
likes
the
to
other
throw.
night.
He does. That's what I'm saying. Now, if you were subscribed and you hit that bell notification, you would have gotten this little thing that goes "Ping,"
Jabroni's
and it said,
drinking, and he's.
"Joey is live."
It was during
Exactly.
the race. I'm
It was
sorry.
great. It was
I
great.
had
No, but see, if you have this locked on, and if you want to watch something like this, you have the notification. So there's no excuse on why you're missing
And
this shit.
please don't forget, next week is probably the landmark episode that we're going to do featuring Mandy Malone, former. I don't know. Let me go through the thing.
No, she's former.
33-11 record as a
They
taekwondo,
wanted to realize that the Taekwondo Federation believed the coach
not Mandy.
and not Mandy. So and now decades a decade and a year
decade
later,
plus later.
yeah, 11 years later, now you have the president of the Taekwondo Federation being like, we want to help her in
Well,
any way
fuck
we
Gene
can.
Lopez.
Right,
Exactly. Thank you, fuck you, bye. One-time world champion, one-time World Cup champion, one-time Continental champion, 3-time Open Tournament champion, 19-time medalist, and unfortunately, she is one of the people that was done wrong by her coaches. Next week on this show, Mandy Malone is going to tell you her story. If you have a daughter, a niece, a granddaughter, somebody you
If
care
you're a
about.
decent human being,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Share this and tell people that Mandy Malone, right out of SI. Let me bring the picture back up one more time for you guys on the YouTube. Right there. Mandy Malone. She's coming. And she's going to tell her story. And this is going to be powerful. And this, because I'm the father of a daughter, this means more to me than a lot of things that we've done on this show. I believe in everything we've ever put out for you guys to hear, but next week is going to be something that for me means a whole hell of a lot. Mandy Malone is coming to tell her story, and maybe she's going to give you a little something about how you can prevent this. God bless her. All of you who watch us every single week, thank you. But Mike, you usually close us out? Close us out.
Not usually, but I'll take it tonight. Guys, thank you all very much, as always, for watching us. We cannot thank you guys enough. And as always, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share us, love
Hit the
us.
bell.
Go there, hit the bell, like you said, because without
iTunes
the
reviews.
notifications, it's going to be on there. iTunes reviews, and one more time, Ian.
Where were you at, Big
Fuck you,
ENC?
man.
Come on, brother.
man. You ask us out. We had the show open for you. You're not here. So Big ENC.
I kept telling you, don't trust them gingers. They got
I
no
told
souls.
you, no souls, no souls, man, no souls. Just ask the
Terrible.
the Lord there of England there, Harry.
The
Tommy.
Harry, which one has got the red hair?
Yeah, him, Harry.
The one
right?
that's married to Meghan Markle.
Yeah, Harry.
Harry,
The one with
gimmick.
no soul.
Yeah, the no soul. Exactly,
Same.
exactly. That's the same guy. All right, guys. Thank you all very much once again. Tune in next week, and make sure you share it. Make sure you fucking throw this out there because it's gonna be a great show. We love you guys.